Hello and welcome back to my Heaven's Fear playthrough. We are now at part 11 and well, in the last episode a lot of stuff happened. Most importantly, Saber's gone. After Shiro and Saber went to the Ryudo temple because there was still someone sucking up the power of a town. We found that Zoken was camping there with Assassin, and the Shadow Thing came also and gobbled up Saber. And now Saber is not there anymore. And well, that's where we at. And well, Sakura seems to be kinda unstable because she doesn't want to leave want Shiro to leave the house anymore, and mentioned some crazy stuff in the last scene, in interlude, the last episode. So anyway, now that you are caught up somewhat, I'm gonna continue with the story here. On a new day and a new morning. I wake up to sunshine filtering through the paper window and notice my neck feels really sluggish. My neck feels this way because my shoulders are stiff. Probably strained my neck muscles because I fell asleep on my stomach. On the other hand, my back injury seems a lot better. They don't hurt anymore, so they should get in the way of my daily life. Oh crap, it's already past 7. Feel a sudden sting in my abdomen. Where I was punched feels fine when I'm staying still, but sudden movement makes it ache. I should probably leave a bruise. This is gonna smart for a while. I've never heard that. Smart for a while. What's smart? Anyway, still, it's nothing I can put up with. The pain isn't bad enough to keep me from moving, so this injury shouldn't get in the way of my daily life either. I change clothes and leave my bedroom. The smell of breakfast rests out from the living room, so Sakura must be getting things ready for us. Morning. Sorry I overslept. Do you still need any help? Good morning, senpai. It's unusual for you to sleep in. My bad. Feels like morning came as soon as I went to bed. You hurt, so there's no helping that. I went to go wake you up earlier, but you didn't respond at all. Must have been exhausted. Wow, I don't even remember Sakura trying to wake me up. Not only are my shoulders stiff, my brain isn't even fully awake apparently. Sorry, I'm gonna go wash my face. Just hang on, I'll be right back. No, please, take your time in the bathroom. I set up the breakfast by myself today. Sakura really is upbeat today. Well, if she insists, then I shouldn't protest any further. That's fine. Okay, well, I take my time washing up then. Okay, I'm happy with how the miso soup turned out, so look forward to that. I nod, then cross the living room into the hallway. Oh, wait. That was strange. I just passed by. Glad to see her doing well, But still, something is off about... I hear something fall. I immediately recognize it as the sound of a person collapsing. Maybe I've gotten used to hearing it lately. She's been kinda red in the face, hasn't she? Sakura! I ran back to the living room. Sakura is drowsily getting up. She's just fallen on the floor. Sakura! I support her unsteady body. And we will hear the heat of her body, just like it did before. Her ragged breathing and the sweat soaking through her shirt is obvious symptoms of a fever. She finally notices me. Sakura looks at me with unfocused eyes. Said you could take your time, but you came so quickly. Hold on, just a minute. Get breakfast ready. Beaming at me, she untangles herself from my arms. Sakura, you... Rather than pushing herself to do it, Sakura doesn't seem to have noticed her own fever. Hold on, don't worry about breakfast. You need to go back to your room and lie down. You have a really bad fever. Me? Yeah, damn it, the fact you didn't even notice is a bad symptom. Damn it, why? Why didn't I notice it sooner? Even if I'm sad about Saber, I should have paid more attention to Sakura's condition, who is still right by me. What's wrong with me? Senpai, I'm okay, really. I just tripped. I'm not really dizzy or anything. Don't be stupid. You have a really high fever. I can tell even without using a thermometer. I lead her to the guest room. I need to let Sakura rest. I let the school know she's out sick. Make something easy to digest for breakfast and for lunch, right? I asked Grandpa Fujimura to send a caretaker over. Senpai, where are you going? You should make sure to eat before you leave for school. Sakura still doesn't understand what's happening. Maybe she's so excited because her fever is making her delirious. You're taking the day off. I want you to stay in your room all day. I let the school know. I'm going to see Fujine there anyway, so I can just tell her then. I'm not going to school today? That's right. Who else would I be talking about? I might still be hurt, but I feel fine. I don't have any reason to be absent. Yes, you do. What about Sakura? No, I don't have a good reason to make myself go to school either. Without Saber, it's too risky to go alone. But still, I need to be there today. I need to report what happened with Zouken and Sessen to Tosaka. I can't stay hold up here. Anyway, you need to rest, Sakura. You're always working hard, so you should rest hard, too. I'll be home as soon as I take care of some business. No, I'm okay, really. So let's have breakfast and go to school together. If we do that, my fever will get well right away. Was it one, silly? You're acting crazy, Sakura. I'm not crazy. You were one being unreasonable. I feel fine and I don't have a fever. But you're still injured, so I can't be the only one listening. Wow, Sakura. Huh? That's weird. It's kinda hard to breathe. Sakura nearly falls to the floor, panting. Her body feels strangely heavy in my arms. Does she lack the strength to stand? Or is she collapsed because she suddenly got so heavy? Either way, she has a fever that prevents her from walking around on her own, even if she believes otherwise. Idiot, listen. I'm making you rest at home today, no matter what. You mad at me if you want, but if you strain yourself this much, you end up needing to stay home tomorrow too. But Senpai, I need to go to school. Sakura mumbles incoherently, but breathing unsteady. I ignore it and carry her to her bedroom. By the time we arrive, Sakura's already asleep. However, she still is half-conscious in a half-conscious state, her breathing labored. Just once, she firmly grabs hold of her arm I'm carrying her with. Anyway, I tuck her into bed. Her voice is unfocused. Her eyes are on the ceiling, not seeing me. Sakura, her ragged breathing, her flushed cheeks, her damn shirt sticking to her skin, the anguish rise and fall of her chest with each breath. The sight is so enchanting, I turn away in a hurry. Damn it. How can you not stay calm in any situation? What's wrong? Sakura's the one suffering from a fever, so why am I acting so inappropriately? Yeah, I better call for a caretaker. I can't change Sakura's clothes, much less clean her body. Thankfully her breathing stabilizes once she's in bed, so now I just need to wait for her fever to break. Once she can walk on her own, I take her to the hospital and get some medicine prescribed. Hospital? Don't they have, like house doctors or something? In Japan, or do they instantly go to a hospital to get medicine? Well, that's not my problem, I'm not living there. Sakura, I'm going to call someone to come to help. So, get some sleep. I think you'll be comfortable with one of the caretakers from Fujine's place. She doesn't answer. Her breathing is still labored, but at least she's sleeping. You're so assertive today. Why do you want to go to school so badly? I talk out loud to myself. Sakura's asleep, so I know she won't answer. See, I'm off to school. I get up and head for the door. Just as I do, I want to go to school with you, senpai. I hear a reply. Sakura? Turn around. Sakura's still asleep, but with a worried frown. Oh, you were just sleep talking. I leave your guest room this time. But as I do, I have to protect you, senpai. I hear her say something in a fever dream. On the way to school, I stop by Fujine's house and ask for a caretaker. I sometimes forget because Fujine doesn't make a big deal of it, but the Fujimura residence is one of the most extravagant homes in our neighborhood. It isn't a company yet. There are dozens of fierce-looking men who call themselves employees. Most of them live in a separate building on the compound, but anyway, it's a huge family. They also employ a appropriate number of workers, so I can ask them to lend me a caretaker who is available. Then I have him send over an emergency housekeeper. It's helped me a number of times in the past before Sakura started coming around. Sakura's acquainted with him, so I feel comfortable leaving her to them. And so the day passes until lunchtime. We meet up on the roof per unspoken agreement, and I tell Tosaka what happened last night. As a result. So what? You're saying that Zouken Mato is Assassin's Master. He tried to kill you, not Saber? Tosaka suddenly gets angry at me. Yeah, what's your problem? I'm not the one with a problem.
聞いた限りじゃ、ゾウケンのやつ、セイバーが倒されてからエミヤ君を殺そうとしたんでしょ？そんなの変よ。どう考えても手順が違う。
Were you told that the Zouken tried to kill you after he beat Saber? Doesn't make sense. It sounds completely backwards. Tosaka leans in and glares at me, irritated. We're behind the water tower, which has become our usual meeting spot. I unconsciously back up just a few centimeters, intimidated by her spirit that feels closer to my hostility.
ちょっと、人の話聞いてる？エミヤ君。今の話、あなたは何とも思わなかったの？
Hey, are you listening to me? Doesn't your story sound wrong to you? Tosaka shoots me a glare full of irritation and loathing. Her attitude is overwhelming enough, but her being this close is making me very uneasy. I don't have any more room to back up in this tight space. I'm like a rat, human trapped in a bag. What's wrong with what I've said?
優先度の問題よ。あなたと二人っきりになったのに、ゾウケンはあなたを殺そうとしなかった。
Priorities are wrong. You were alone with Zouken, but he didn't try to kill you.
アサシンが勝てたから良かったものの、負ける可能性だってあったんだから。ゾウケンはセイバーのマスターであるあなたを早く倒そうとするはずでしょ？
Great for him that Assassins won. As long as there was a chance he would lose, Zouken should have targeted Saber's master first. That makes sense, but are you saying that Zouken was confident that Assassin would beat Saber?
まさか、アサシンがセイバーより弱いっていうのはエミヤ君でも分かったんでしょ？ ならあいつはそんな賭けはしないわよ。
No way. Even you know that the assassin is weaker than Saber, right? Zoken wouldn't take a risk like that.
そうしなかったのは理由があったからでしょうね。
So he must have had some other reason.
まあ考えられるのは2つぐらいだけど。
I can think of two. Two? Like, because he was on guard for my counterattack? Because he didn't want to kill me? Because the old man was confident? Probably if we are smart and take the right option, Osaka will gain some favor or affection points with her. Probably because he didn't want to kill me. So you're saying he didn't want to kill me?
まあそれが一番納得のいく理由よね。
We did the right choice. That would be the most obvious reason. We can look it up if we did. Yeah, we did.
となるとゾウケンはセイバーを消したくなかったと見るしかない。エミヤ君が死ぬことによるマイナスなんてセイバーが消えることだけだものね。
It can only mean that Zoken didn't want to eliminate Saber. The only downside of you dying is that it would cause Saber to disappear. Makes sense. He didn't treat me that way. He did treat me that way.
何すねてるのよ。あくまでゾウケンにとっての話ってことなんだから軽く聞き流しなさいよね。
Hey, what are you pouting for? We are just talking about Zoken. Sees it, how Zoken sees it. So don't ignore me. I'm not pouting, it's the truth. But why are you so mad?
別に私だって怒ってないわ。
It's not like I'm mad.
エミヤ君の勘違いでしょ。
You've got the wrong idea, Emiya.
とにかくゾウケンはセイバー自身に用があった。
Anyway, Zoken had plans for Saber.
マスターとしてエミヤ君には生きていてほしかったんでしょうね。けどそれとは別のところでゾウケンにはエミヤ君を殺す理由があった。
He wanted you to stay alive, but he had another reason to kill you.
もう一度聞くけど、あいつ確かにもう用済みって言ったのね。
I ask again. He said that he didn't have any further use for you, right? I think back to last night's events.
当坂の娘にはまだ利用価値があるがな。
The Tosaka girl is still worth using.
小僧、お前は用済みよ。
I have no further use for you, boy. Yeah, he said you were still worth using too.
そう。そっちの方は点で予想がつかないけど、私から逃げ回ってるのはそういうわけか。
Okay. I don't know what he's up to, but that must be why he keeps running away from me.
会ってしまえばどちらかが死ぬしかない。けど、ゾウケンは自分も私もまだ生かしたがってるから、今は会わないように隠れてる。
Only one of us would walk away alive if we ran into each other. But Zoken's hiding from me because he wants me to live. Tosaka considers it for a moment. Now then, I told her what I came here to say. If there's anything else to say, it would be... No, this is my own problem. I can do this alone. I can't do this alone. I need Tosaka's help. What do you mean? The stuff with Sakura or Shadow? Probably talking about the Shadow, right? Because he still feels responsible to handle that shit. I believe. So... I think Does it really make a difference? This is my own I don't really know what he's talking about. I'm guessing it's a shadow, right? It's my own problem, I guess? No, I shouldn't tell her. This is my own problem. I chose to keep fighting. Zoke, and Assassin. The Black Shadow roaming the town. Masters fighting each other over the Holy Grail. I lost Saber in my fight. To put a stop to all that. I can't lose anyone else. From here on out, I have to fight on my own.
エミヤ君どうしたのいきなり黙り込んで
Emiya, why are you all quiet?
他に話してないことがあるとか
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? No, that's everything. I lost Saber, and I'm no longer a master. We don't have any reason to fight now.
そうねあなたが聖杯戦争から降りるなら協力関係もいずれ敵になるって話もなくなるじゃあエミヤ君
Yeah, if you're going to forfeit the war, then that means we won't become enemies once our alliance is over. Bye, Emir. Yeah, I'm forfeiting now. Without Saber, I don't have a chance. I leave my seat. Head for the exit, leaving Tosaka behind. Bye, Tosaka. Be careful around Zoken.
エミヤ君
Emir, hold on! I open the door without turning back. I leave the roof as if to sever my ties. That was harsh. The day ends. If I'm going to trail with Shadow and Zoken, I have to start tonight. With my lack of fighting strength, what I need to now is a weapon and a reliable intelligence. I wait for night and then infiltrate Ryodo Temple or the Mato residence to look for clues. I need to look after Sakura too. I wait until tonight. The war will continue once night falls. Until then, I give Sakura my undivided attention. There's still time until then, so I pick up several days worth of supplies on the way home. I'm home. I announce myself as I enter the house. But a sense of discomfort overcomes me as soon as I enter. Oh, did we do the wrong thing? Footprints? In the hallway, I see marks that look like footprints. There are traces of someone tracking dirt into the house, but the house itself feels empty. Only Sakura's shoes are out front, so her housekeeper I asked must have gone home. Sakura? I go to the guest bedroom. Nobody's inside. Discomfort turns into dread. Go back to the living room. Sakura isn't here either. Tracks in the hallway and in the living room. Someone with dirty feet did something here, then went outside. I have a hunch. Sakura was just here. She was here in the waiting room, waiting for me to come home. The dirty footprints belong to an intruder. Sakura should be resting in bed, but she isn't here. That's all I know. It's strange that I haven't deduced the situation. The answer should be clear, once I take some time to think. Calmly. If I calm down and think, I figure out what happened here. Why? Why won't my brain work at all? I should have come home earlier. I should have taken this more seriously. Didn't I take Sakura in because I was afraid this would happen? Zoken said that Sakura had nothing to do with this. Why did I believe him? As long as Sakura is one of Amato's, there's no way she isn't related. So why did I accept an explanation that was convenient for me, without questioning it at all? The telephone rings. Mechanically answer the phone, my mind blank. Hello, you finally home, Emiya? Shinji's voice comes over from the speaker. His tone pleasant. What did he do to Sakura? Huh? Oh, told you because I thought you'd be sad with her gone. Really quick, Emiya. That's amazing. You figured this all out before I even said anything. Shut up, what did you do to Sakura? Huh? Came to pick her up? She's my sister, so can't leave her at some other guy's house. Shinji? Nice. You're getting pissed. I bet you're frustrated when I took her back. Frustrated? No way. Don't have useless emotions like that right now. Enough beating around the bush. Give me what you want. What you want. Huh? I bet you know. Let's settle things, Emiya. I bet you think we aren't finished yet after last time. No, we are. You ran away. There's nothing left to settle. You still don't get it? That's the only... that was only because of the difference in our servants. Not you. I've never would have run if you didn't have Saber. Never would have lost if Saber hadn't shown up. If Saber hadn't shown up? See, it sounds like Ryder hasn't told him that I lost Saber. I don't know if she's held that on purpose, but Shinji still thinks I'm a master. Yeah. That's why he came, to take her back by force. In other words, this phone call is... Shinji, what are you going to do with her? Don't get all heavy on me. Man, won't do anything to my precious sister. Not if you come to see me alone. Telling me to fight you without Saber? Oh, you're awfully feisty today. Emiya, come to the school, alright? I bring Sakura if you come alone. Oh, but don't try anything stupid. Ryder's bonded fear is on the school. If you bring Saber, I'll know right away. Of course, I bet you wouldn't do anything so cowardly in front of Saber. I hear snickering over a receiver. I'll be right there, so wait. Don't lay a hand on Sakura. Sure thing, come here as soon as you can. You sure took your time getting home though. Can you believe this guy making my precious sister wait? What did you do to her, Shinji?
ったことにさっきからごちそうを前にしたような顔で。
Nothing. It's actually taking everything I can just to keep Ryder under control. Just like that night, she's a real handful and she's been looking like she spotted the tasty snack. I slammed on the receiver. Didn't he come to me? His laughing still rings in my ears. Instead of running, never nerves ablaze with rage. I go outside. The sky above is dark and the sun is starting to set. It's definitely going to rain tonight. I need to bring Sakura back with me before then. There's no sign of anyone on campus. School has been sending students home earlier ever since the mass coma spread. No, after 5 PM there's probably aren't even any teachers still on campus, let alone students. I feel hot iron enter my back. I've already activated my magic circuit. I focus on making my only weapon, strengthening, ready to use at any time. Is it Ryder spawned its fields, I wonder? The campus is colored a deep red, and each breath hurts my lung. I caught violently spitting blood. Off violently spitting blood. Paying it no mind, I run up the stairs. I have a feeling I know what I'll find. Even if I'm not sure. Knowing Shinji, he'll be waiting somewhere familiar to him. He'll be in a classroom on the 3rd floor. I head up to the 3rd floor. Red filters only seem to darken, and I feel magical energy being shaved off me with each step. What is he wearing? What? Is he waiting for me? I find Shinji watching me in front of class 2C. Shinji.
ようやく来たね、エミヤ。
You're finally here, Emiya. My mind goes with hot, white anger. Is Sakura inside the classroom? I need to make sure she's safe as soon as possible. Shinji's going to stand in my way.
出番だぞライダー。お前を切り倒したセイバーのマスターだ。あの夜の借りを返してやれ。
You're up, Ryder. This is the master of Saber who cut you open. Pay him back for that night. A dark servant blocks my path. I don't care. I can't stop, no matter who it is. Daggers are swung at me. I predict and evade them so quickly it surprises myself. I move past Ryder left flank, avoiding an upward cut. Ryder doesn't catch me as I pass her. Maybe her long hair or stature makes her difficult. I've got him. I'm 5 meters from Shinji. I can close the distance in 2 seconds and target the command spell controlling Ryder. I gag. Something grabs me around the neck from behind.
たく、何やってんだライダー。エミヤなんかにいいようにあしらわれて、それでもサーバントか。
What the hell are you doing, Ryder? You let Emiya do whatever he wants. And you call yourself a servant?
申し訳ありません。少々彼の集中力を侮っていました。
I apologize. I've lost focus for a moment. I hear Ryder right behind me. No. My feet can't touch the ground. Ryder's chains are around my neck, lifting me up. I try to resist, but I can't get a foothold. Ryder's behind me. I can't see my enemy. She's wringing her neck and I can't.
冷静さを欠いたあなたの負けです。セイバーのマスター。
Your lack of calm has lost you this battle, Master of Saber.
あなたに桜は任せられない。意に反しますが、
I
ここ
cannot
で命を終えなさい。
I cannot trust you with Sakura. I'd rather not do this, but you will die here. Everything grows faint. So close. I was so close, but now I hang in the air. Listening to the merciless sound of my bones being crushed. Well, it was obviously the wrong choice. 544? What's happening now?
はーい、みんな元気？
How's everyone
運
doing?
転虚しくデッドしちゃったみんなを救うタイガー道場です。
Welcome to the Tiger Dojo, where we save everyone who gets themselves dead in fruitless battles.
ってなんか揺れてね。
Wait, do you feel something shaking?
タイガー道場は我々が占拠した。
We are here to take over the Tiger Dojo.
タイガーおとなしく武装解除しろ。
Surrender your weapons peacefully, Tiger.
この声は元弟子1号？
Is that former discipline number 1?
一体何事よって何？
You think you're... What the heck? She's got a tail.
見たかタイガー？これが我が軍の秘密兵器よ。
The old Tiger? Our army's secret weapon.
準備よし。目標タイガー道場。
Weapons ready. Target. Tiger Dojo.
ハッシュ撃て
Gonna fire.
チェスト
She can beat a tank.
ティガーが第三ゲルゲル帝国払い下げのティガーが一撃で
My tiger, my precious tiger left from a third... What? Gaga Empire has blown up in one hit?
私もびっくりしている。
Yes, I'm surprised too.
ところでイリア上等兵、戦車で乗り込んでくるとはちょっと本気で驚いたぞ。
By the way, Private First Class Ilya, I'm a little surprised that you've drawn up a tank in a tank.
師匠をびっくりさせようと思ってちょっと無理したの。私ってお茶目？
I thought I'd give you a scare master, so I went all out. Guess I'm a little prankster.
殺すぞ。
I'll kill you.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you.
わかればよろしい。
As long as you understand.
本来ならもうちょっとこのネタで引っ張るところであるが、めんどくさいので再入門は許す。
I meant to drag the joke out a little longer, but it's becoming a pain, so I'm allowing you back into school.
本当ですか、師匠？
Really, Master?
ええ、本当も本当よ。タイガー道場も残り12回。
Really, really? We only have 12 episodes of Tiger Dojo left. What?
私一人じゃ持たないわ。
I can't do this all alone.
というか、野放しにしたら次はなんで攻め込んでくるか分かったもんじゃないし。
Plus, there was no telling what you'd try next time if I've let you out on the cold.
やったー！レギュラーゲット！
Yay, I scored a regular roll.
けど、あと12回って何気に多くね？シロそんなに見殺されるの？
12 episodes sounds like kind of a lot though. Does Shiri get killed that many times?
ああ、殺されるのよこれが。
You bet he does.
何しろ、シロ死亡率はこのルートが一番高いんだから。
Shiro's mortality rate is the highest in this route actually.
それも割と悪趣味に。イリアちゃんがスプラッタなのに対し、今回はホラー風味なのよね。
And they're pretty gruesome deaths too. Compared to when you have splattered them, they're more like what you see in a horror movie.
へえ、なんか性格出てるな。
Huh? I feel like the creator's personality is showing through.
そうなの。 だからシローも選択肢には気をつけなさい。
Yeah, so be careful with Shiro's decisions.
今回のデッドエンドはセイバーちゃんがいなくなったっていうのに一人で戦おうとしたせいね。
This didn't happen. That end happened because you chose to fight alone, even though you don't have Saber anymore.
ダメよシロー、相手は怪物ばっかりなんだから、せめて盾になる怪物と手を組まないと。
Don't do that, Shiro. You're up against a bunch of monsters, so you need to team up with a monster to protect yourself.
気は乗らないだろうけど、選択肢に戻ってリーにお願いしなくっちゃ。
I know you don't want to, but you should go back to and ask Grin for help.
けどその後の選択肢には要注意よ。相手の言いなりになるだけっていうのも男としてどうかと思うわ。
Watch yourself with the next choice, though. If you just do whatever people ask you to, I think a man ought to show more backbone.
その通りっす師匠。嫌なことは嫌と言える。決断力あふれるシロ。
Exactly, Master. When you don't like something, say something. Shiro should be decisive.
そういうこと。
That's right.
それじゃあまた次のタイガー道場で。
Well then, see you next time at the Tiger Dojo.
9日目はタイガー道場が4つもあるから気をつけて選択してね。
There are 4 Tiger Dojos on day 9, so make your choices carefully. What? Is it day 9? I don't fucking know.
じゃあまたね。
See you next time. Yeah, sure. So we're gonna team up with Tosaka. I need Tosaka's help. Would have, well, the smartest thing you can do, I think. I have to decide what I'm going to do next. I choose to keep fighting. Zokamato and Assassin and the Black Shadow roaming the town. Masters fighting each other over the Holy Grail. I decided I stop it all, even if I lost Saber. This is not the time to worry about appearances. I need Tosaka's help if I want to prevent any further victims. Tosaka, I have lost Saber and my command spells, so I'm not a master anymore, right?
そうね。肝心なことを忘れてた。エミヤ君はもうマスターじゃない。聖杯戦争に関わる必要はなくなって、他のマスターに狙われる危険も薄れたわ。
Yeah, I forgot that important detail. You're not a master anymore, so you don't need to involve yourself with the Holy Grail War, and you're less likely to be targeted by the other masters now. Right, I wanted the Holy Grail because Saber said she needed it. Now that she's gone, I'm not interested in it anymore.
そう。それじゃあ、あなたはもう戦わない？
Okay, so you're going to stop fighting? Tosaka's eyes are stoic. She asked me a question as a master, evenly and without letting her own emotions cloud it. It's a warning, not a question. This is my last chance. She's giving me a fair warning that it isn't too late to turn back. No. But my answer was decided long ago. I'm going to remember how considerate she was for asking me. Of course not. I won't forfeit this war, even if I'm not a master. I decided I'd fight to put a stop to it.
そう。なら私たちの関係も続行ってことね。
Alright, then we can continue our relationship.
お互い敵同士だけど、とりあえずあの影を倒すまで休戦状態ってことで。
We are mutual enemies, but we have a truce until we beat that shadow thing. Tosaka smiled suddenly. The stoicness from a moment ago turns to friendliness. As if something nice just happened. It's fine, I guess. It's not like I know why. Hang on, why are we enemies? I'm not a master anymore. I have no reason to compete with you.
何言ってるのよ。サーバントとレイジュが亡くなったからって、あなたがセイバーのマスターだったことに変わりはないでしょ？
What are you talking about? You might have lost your servant and command spells, but that doesn't mean you aren't Saber's master.
曲がりなりにも聖杯に選ばれたエミヤ君には最後まで聖杯を手に入れる資格がある。無力化したところで競争相手であることに変わりはないわ。
You were chosen by the Holy Grail, even if it wasn't according to plan. That means you have a right to it too. You might be neutralized for now, but you're still a contender. I am? Even if I don't care about getting the Holy Grail?
そんなの状況次第でしょ。もし聖杯が手に入る状況になってエミヤ君もどうしても聖杯が必要になってしまって仕方なく聖杯を使うってこともありえない話じゃないわ。
It depends on the situation. It's completely possible that you might get the Holy Grail and find yourself in a situation where you need its
無
power.
欲な人間ってのはね、無欲だからこそ自分以外のものに引きずられるんだし。
People without greed are influenced by external factors precisely because they have no personal desires. You're overthinking this, Tosaka. Even if I need the Grail, there's no way I'd get it.
だからもしもの話。けど可能性はゼロじゃないわ。
This is just a hypothetical, but the possibility isn't zero.
だからそういうことを踏まえて敵同士だって言ってるの。マスターで亡くなった魔術師が教会に逃げ込むのだってそのためよ。
That's why I consider us enemies. It's why mages who aren't masters anymore flee to the church for sanctuary.
サーバントを失ったからって他のマスターにとってみれば目障りな邪魔者なんだから。そのあたりエミヤ君も気をつけて行動なさい。あなたを殺したがってるのは造剣だけじゃないんだから。
Even if I've lost the servant, there's still a nuisance to the other masters. You better be careful, Zoken isn't the only one gunning for you. I'll accept your advice. I'm not happy about still being enemies with her.
何よ難しそうな顔しちゃって。私と敵同士なんて今まで通りでしょ。なのに困ることなんてあるの？
What's the complicated expression for? Said we're enemies, but but things still stay the same. What's there to worry about? Plenty, because then I can't ask you for help.
Huh?
She freezes. Jessica stares at me like she's just seen a ghost.
私の力を借りるってなんで？
You want my help? Why? Because I definitely can't do this on my own. I need to defeat the other masters to stop the war. But I don't have the power to do that. I know it sounds pathetic, but I can't worry about appearances. Out of the few options I have left, I think this is the best one. So I can't be enemies with you, Tosaka. I want you to help me, not just honor a truce.
ちょっと正気？エミヤ君。
Hold on. Have you lost your mind? I'm completely sane. I'm not strong and I might drag you down. You don't have anything to gain by me teaming up with me, and I have no way to repay you. Yeah, normally there wouldn't be any reason to form an alliance.
なんだ分かってるじゃない。
So you understand that much?
あなたの言う通り、魔術の基本は等価交換よ。元手がないやつに物を貸すことはできないし、釣り合わない技術者に手を貸すこともできない。そんなの本人のためにもならないってあなたでも知ってるでしょ？
As you said, equivalent exchange is a fundamental idea in Magecraft. I can't help someone who has nothing to give me in return, nor can I help someone who can't contribute to the team effort. You know as well as I do that it wouldn't be good for you. That it wouldn't be good for you.
今までは休戦状態だったから相談に乗ってたけど、協力関係となると話は別よ。協力し合うってことは仲間ってことで、そうなったら報酬だって山分けにしなくちゃならないんだから。
I'm letting you consult me during our truce, but an alliance is a different story. If we are going to be friends who help each other, then there has to be something in it for the both of us. Yeah, I knew that when I asked. Help me, Tosaka. I pay you back as long as I live.
生きてる限りって あなたね。
As long as you live? Huh? I know, what a burden it'd be to her. I'd be to her. But Tosaka was the most reliable person I know. And if she's the one who gets the Holy Grail, I can trust that nothing will go wrong. So she's the only one I can think of helping win as a master. Tosaka, I'd like to hear your answer. I meet her eyes.
そんなの決まってるじゃない。マスターじゃないやつと組んでも私は。
It's obvious, isn't it? I'm not going to team up with someone who isn't a master. Tosaka.
だからそんな風に言われても手助けなんてできないし、そもそも。
I told you, even if you insist, I can't help you to begin with. Tosaka.
それじゃあまるでちゃんとした契約みたいじゃない。
It's like we're talking about a real contract, you know? There it is. Tosaka makes a show of looking down.
もう分かったわよ。それじゃあ交換条件。
Ah, fine, I get it. Here's my conditions then. She shoots a hard gaze right back at me. What conditions?
交換条件は交換条件よ。
My conditions for this deal.
これは立派な契約だもの。
I'm talking about a proper contract.
だから今から言うことを守れるなら考えてあげないこともないわ。
If you mean what you have just said, then I can think of a way to make it work. Tosaka, I've been saying this the whole time that I don't have anything to pay you
いい
with.
から聞く。
Just listen. Okay, go ahead.
よし。じゃあ一つ目。協力関係になるのはいいけど、その場合私の言うことはちゃんと守る？
Alright, first, we can have an alliance, but you will do what I tell you to.
戦いになった時、どんな指示でも文句言わない？
You will absolutely follow my orders if we go into battle. In the Tiger Dojo, we have said that Shiro should have some backbone, right? What lets us let her assert some dominance. Yes, Queen.
それじゃあ二つ目。私が信頼した分、私を信用できる？どんなことになっても、どんなひどいことになっても裏切らない？
Number 2. Can you trust me as much as I trust you? You won't betray me no matter how bad things get. No? I won't just sit there letting her send me into a suicide mission or something like that. Of course I won't betray you, but I can't say yes to that last part. How bad exactly?
そんなの決まってるじゃない。死ぬか死ぬ一歩手前のことよ。エミヤ君は元手がないんだから、それぐらいの覚悟は必要でしょ？
It's obvious. You could die or be on the verge of death. It's the least you should be ready for, since you don't have any collateral to offer.
それとも何？空手で私と取引しようなんて都合のいいこと言うの？
Oh, what? You accept to make this deal empty-handed? You know how to poke a guy where it hurts.
当然でしょ。こっちだって遊びじゃないんだから、それぐらいの覚悟を見せてもらわないと割が合わないわ。
Of course I do. This isn't the game, so it's fair to me. It isn't fair to me unless you take it just as serious as I do. Alright, I get it. I'll do my best.
そう。それじゃあエミヤ君はこれから私に絶対服従ってことでいいわけね。
Okay, so you're okay swearing absolute obedience to me, right? Tosaka says something ominous. It sounds like a question, but clearly I care. I have no choice. Is she going to put a curse on us or what? No? Like hair, I will. I admit that you're the superior mage, but you make mistakes sometimes too. I won't just turn a blind eye if you say something crazy. If I think you're wrong, I'll be sure to tell you. That's what it means to help each other.
もちろん。そうでなくっちゃ協力なんてできないわ。
Naturally, we can't cooperate unless you do that.
私は独走しがちなところがあるし、ブレーキ役がいなくちゃ危ないって思ってたの。
I've been thinking that I get carried away sometimes, so I need someone to put the breakers on.
ええ。あなたがその役になってくれるなら助かるわ。
I appreciate it if you do that for me. Oh. That's a little anticlimactic. I was ready for her to argue against me, but Tosaka seems satisfied with my answer.
じゃあ、最後の質問ね。
Last question.
例えばエミヤ君にできないことがあって、それが私にできることならいくらでも手を貸すわ。
I'll do whatever I can to help you when there's something you can't do.
けど、その逆になった時、あなたも同じことができる？
On the other hand, though, can you do the same for me? Sometimes I can do, but you can't? Does anything like that even exist? Is Sosaka actually bad at cooking or something?
ちょっと、一番大事な質問なんだから答えてよ。イエスかノーか早く。
Hey, this is the most important question, so answer fast. Yes or no? Could you give me a more specific example?
なあ、もう。つまり、私を勝たせてくれるかってこと。
Come on, I'm asking you if you let me win. Sosaka blushed skulkily, her cheeks flushed. It's a far cry from the image I've had of her so far, like that of a child. And yet, yeah, if we're going to work together, then I'll let you win, I promise. She's so sincere, I can't help but find it cute.
それじゃあ、学校が終わったら正門で待ち合わせね。
Let's meet up at the front gate after school then.
今日からしばらく、エミヤ君には私の家で部活動をしてもらうから。
I'm going to have you do club activities at my house for the time being. Club activities at your house?
そう。手を組んだ以上、あなたを一人でも戦えるように教え込まなくちゃいけないでしょ？
Yeah, since we're teaming up, I should teach you to be able to fight on your own as much as I can, right?
まあ、エミヤ君が素人だってことはあの夜で分かってるから、連日居残ってもらうことになるけどね。
I already know you're an amateur since the other night, though, so we'll need you to come over multiple days. What about Sakura? I don't mind, I appreciate that actually. Are we starting today?
当たり前よ。まずエミヤ君の力量を把握して、今夜からの方針を決めないといけないもの。
Obviously, we need to gauge your abilities first, then we can figure out how to proceed from tonight.
帰りはかなり遅くなるだろうけど、エミヤ君は一人暮らしだから問題ないわよね。
You'll be getting home pretty late, but that's fine since you live alone anyway, right? Yeah. But how did you know that? You don't live alone, idiot.
だって前にエミヤ君の手当てをした時、家に誰もいなかったからそうだろうなって。
Well, when I gave you first aid the other time, I just assumed because I didn't see anyone else at your house.
ともかくそういうことだから、エミヤ君は正門で待ってればいいの。
Anyway, that's a plan, so wait out front for me. Tosaka leaves with a casual wave. Today's Friday, classes run until 6 period, and we get out after 3 p.m. Oh man, if I told Sakura I'd come home early. I've told Sakura I'd come home early. I can't just cancel on Tosaka the very first day. I'm sorry to Sakura who I'm taking care of at home, but I need to join Tosaka today. Well, Tosaka isn't a monster. If I explained Sakura's situation, then there's a chance she'll let me go home early just for today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she will. I wait for Tosaka by the school gate. The sky is all grey and it looks like it's about to rain. Not to mention the chilly wind. It's going to be a cold night if there's wind.
何？考え事？
What are you thinking about? I return to reality. Tosaka's here. Her shoulders are slightly heaving like she ran here. I was just thinking it's gonna rain.
ああ、天気のことね。見た感じ小雨ぐらいかな。夜の巡回もあるし、あんまり降られるのも困りものだけど。
Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it just is drizzle. We need to patrol tonight, so I hope it doesn't come down too hard. From the sound of that, Tosaka expects us to go on patrol tonight. I'd like to too, but I should check on Sakura at home before that. About that, Tosaka.
分かってるって。仲間同士、きっかり鍛えてあげるから覚悟なさい。ちゃんとエミヤくんを一人前にしてみせるから。
I know, we're allies now, so I'm going to pound some skill into you. We make you a proper mage out of you yet? With a bold declaration, Tosaka starts down the path home. If you smile at me like that, how am I supposed to say I need to go home early today? We take the long path to the Surfer intersection. We're coming up on the neighborhood with European houses. Wait, what about the situation with Shinji? Well, we don't know about it. Sasaka's house is situated at the top of a much higher than Sakura's. Wow. So this is the Tosaka mansion. How do I put it? Sakura's house is big, but this one really grabs your eye with its European feel. It feels cold and heartless somehow. The air around the entire top of a hill feels like it rejects visitors.
どうしたの？足止めちゃって。私の家ここだけど。
What are you stopping for? This is my house. Yeah, I know, it's just... I'm a little overwhelmed.
そうね。私のところはエミヤくんの家とは違うから、魔力の気配に疎いあなたでも、ここの冷たさは感じ取れるってこと。
Yeah, it's different from your place. I'm sure even you, with your dull magical senses, you can feel how cold it is. Tosaka continues his walking with a bored tone.
ほら、早く来なさいよ。罠なんて仕掛けてないんだから、尻込みすることないでしょ。
Come on, hurry up. I didn't set any traps, so you don't need to hesitate. Tosaka beckons me from her front door. Hesitating isn't quite what this place makes me want to do. Rumbling, I steel myself and step through the threshold. It doesn't feel cold, but my mind is elsewhere. She has no idea what a big deal it is for a guy to get invited over to Tosaka's house. Oh. She wouldn't understand, even if I explained it. At best, she just laughed at me. On top of that, why are we doing this in your bedroom instead of a parlor? Hello. Whatever. After showing me the parlor, Tosaka took me up to her room like it was the most natural thing.
なんでって、ここのが器具が揃ってるからだけど。
Because all my tools are here, obviously.
今はお茶を飲むところだし、別にお茶しに来たわけじゃないでしょ。
The parlor is for drinking tea, and that is not why you're here. Well, yeah, but I wish you to remember that I'm the same age. I'm the same age member of the opposite sex.
とにかく適当に座って。性別は政治とカードで行うけど、どっちも苦手だったら今のうちに言っとくこと。
Anyway, just sit wherever. I'm going to consecrate you with sage and cards. So tell me now if you can't handle either of those. Tosaka opens the box next to her bed. It's filled with treasures, straight out of an adventure movie.
騎手のメノなんか使ってもしょうがないか。あれ、政治切れてる。あ、じゃあちょっと下から2、3輪持ってきて。
Guess I have to use Grandmaster Kishiro's agate. Oh, might be out of sage. Go downstairs and grab me 2 or 3 springs, Archer.
シンクのサルビアだな。まあ、そこの男を判別するのに、そこまでする必要はないだろうがね。
Scarlet Sages, right? I don't think you need to go through such lengths to identify him.
私の勝手でしょ。で、持ってきたらしばらく下で休んでて。彼とは協定を結んだんだから、いちいち護衛しなくてもいいでしょ。
That's my decision. Go rest downstairs after you bring it. You have an alliance now, you don't need to guard my every step.
そうだな。その男に君を出し抜く度胸などあるまい。私は夜に備えるとしよう。
You're right, he doesn't have the guts to lay a hand on you. I prepare you for tonight. That must have been Archer. I couldn't sense his enormous magical energy at all. Maybe it's reduced while he's in spirit form. Wow, I didn't even notice he was in the same room.
霊体になっていればそんなものよ。仮に実体化していても、この屋敷にいる限り魔力は外に漏れないわ。外部への魔力遮断なんて攻防としては初歩の初歩だから。
That's how it is when he is in spirit form. Even if he takes physical form, his energy won't leak out as long as he isn't in the mansion. Insulating your magical energy from the outside is one of the most basic steps of building your atelier. Does it go for the Martus too?
ええ。もっとも、あそこはもう魔力を隠す必要はないから、隠してるとしたら、家から漏れる魔力じゃなく、魔術師本人から漏れる魔力でしょうけど。
Yeah, well, we don't need to hide it. So if there's anything we need to hide, it isn't the magical energy of the altar, but of the mage itself.
まあどちらにせよ、魔力を隠すだけならどうとでもなるってこと。本当なら学校にもアーチャーを連れて行くところだけど、今あいつ本調子じゃないから昼間は休ませてるの。
One way or another, I hide his magical energy. I was going to bring Archer to school, but he isn't in a top condition right now, so I leave him at home during the day. Tosaka rummages around in her treasure chest while making a troubled expression. It looks like she can't find what she's looking for. Is she actually really disorganized?
ほんと普通の傷は簡単に治療できるのに、どうしてセイバーの傷だけは治療できないのかしら。あいつなんか因縁があったとしか思えないんだけど。どうしてこう大師傅の宝石ばっかり出てくるのよ。普段は出てこないくせに。この
Honestly, he should be able to heal his injuries easily. So why won't we wound Saber gave him here? All I can think of is that they must have had some connection. Hey, why can't I find anything in here besides the Grandmaster jewels? Normally these wouldn't appear at all, dang it. She usually throws herself into her search. The chest looks small, but it's apparently deep enough to swallow Tosaka whole. Anyway, there's something to grit my teeth for at the moment. At most, I can pray that Tosaka finds whatever she's looking for. I absently look around the room. And I see something incredible. It's a photograph. I find it on a bookshelf, not higher than my waist, in the corner of the room. Photos on top like it was forgotten there. Dust comes off when I touch it, indicating it has been here for a while. She doesn't clean? No, of course not. She just doesn't touch this photo. Maybe Tosaka doesn't like looking at pictures from her childhood. But then she wouldn't leave it out here. Something important that she doesn't want to touch, I guess. Still though, people sure do change. In the picture, Tosaka is 5 or 6 years old, and she's, well, totally adorable. So her hair has always been long. Wait, huh? In the photo, Tosaka's wearing the same style she does now. But one difference catches my eyes.
お待たせ。準備は整ったわ。これから少し痛い目にあってもらうけど気にしないで。ってどうしたの、エミヤくん。
Thanks for waiting, I'm ready. This is gonna hurt a little, but don't worry. What's wrong, Emiya? Oh, Tosaka, this... I hold out a photo I found.
なんだ、昔の写真じゃない。隅っこに置いといたんだけど、それがどうかした？
Oh, this is an old picture I've left out in the corner. What about it? Well, it's nothing really, but I hesitate to bring it up since it doesn't matter. I really don't need to ask her this, but something about this stands out to me.
おう、そっか。リボンが違うって言うんでしょ、エミヤくんは。
Oh, that, you notice my ribbons are different? I nod.
そんなの当たり前じゃない。女の子だもん。髪留めなんていくらでも持ってるわ。いくらお気に入りだからって十何年も同じのつけてると思う？
Well, of course they are. We girls have a lot of accessories to keep our hair up. Do you think I wouldn't change my favorite ribbon after 10 years? Oh, that doesn't make sense. Now that she mentions it. But I'm getting so hung up on... why am I getting so hung up on some ribbon for? Wait. Is it hinting at something the thing I'm thinking about? I haven't done that in quite some time. How do you go back? Previous page. Shift and... That one? That's Sakura's.
お待たせ。準備は整ったわ。これから少し痛い目になんだ、昔の。おう、そっか。リボンが違うって言うんでしょ。
But I have not seen it well since the color is not
女の子だもん。髪留めなんていくらでも持ってるわ。
the
い
same.
くらお気に入りだからって十何年も同じのつけてると思う？
Oh, that does make sense. Now that she mentions it. What am I getting hung up on some ribbon for?
なんてね。そう言いたいところだけど、髪留めは特別よ。女の魔術師にとって髪は最後の切り札でしょ。縛り付けるものだって相応の魔術品なんだから、替えの代物なんてめったにないわ。
Just kidding. I wish I could say that, but hair tie is up special. Here's a final trump card for a female mage. Bindings are suitable as tools of magecraft. There aren't a lot of things that can replace them. So your ribbon some kind of magical item?
ええ、髪を留めるってことは魔力を貯めるってことだから。遠坂は魔眼持ちじゃないから、せめて髪だけでも予備魔力を蓄えておかないといけないの。
Yeah, Tying one's hairs also means bottling up one's magical energy. Tosakas don't have mystic eyes, but we can at least store spare magical energy in our hair.
で、自分の体をコントロールするんだから、髪留めは自分で作った方がいいでしょ?
So, since I control my body, it's best if I make my own hair ties.
それ、私が最初に作ったリボンなの。お気に入りだったんだけど、ま、いろいろあって手放したわけ。
That's right. There's the first ribbon I have ever made. It was my favorite, but I had reasons to part with it.
さて、無駄話はここまでよ。スパッと性別を始めるから、まずはそこの椅子に座ってちょうだい。
Anyway, that's enough small talk. I'm going to start with consecration. So, have a seat in the chair. Tosaka's magical examination ends rather quickly. She lit some incense and did something that looked like a tarot card reading. When I answered some questions that reminded me of a personality test, according to her.
該当なし。これ以上は無駄ね。
You don't correspond to anything. I won't bother trying anything else. He gives up quickly on trying to identify my magic circuits. Oh, so you can tell?
失礼ね。エミヤ君が五大元素に関わってないってことは分かったわよ。そこから先の性別は私の専門外だから、これ以上調べるのは無駄でしょ?
That's rude. I figured out that you don't correspond to any of the 5 great elements. Any consecration beyond that falls outside of my area of expertise. There isn't any point in going further, is there?
あとはエミヤ君が使える魔術を見せてもらって、そこから推測するだけよ。
Next, show me the magecraft you can use. I can make some estimates based on that. So she says. Next. Practice my strengthening magecraft on the clay lump that Tosakas gave me. There is a lump of ether, and always returns to being a lump, no matter what you do to it. So it's very conductive to magical energy. I was a little worried I might get stuck once I strengthen it, but it might get stuck once I
死肉
strengthen
み
it,
たいな
but
ものだから気にしないで。よっぽど強い魔力でくくっても、一日で復元しちゃう材質だから。
it's like a Shinyuki. But don't worry about it. No matter how much energy you cram into it, it'll go back to how it was in a day. So she said. By the way, he said Shinyuku is a lump of meat that never gets any smaller, no matter how much you eat it. It's called a Shira in Chinese mythology. What? Anyway, I tried strengthening the lump of clay. I didn't want to fail in front of her, but I only managed to pull off twice in 10 attempts. It even took me much longer to manifest my magic circuits when Saber was still around. I practiced strengthening. Tosaka asked me questions such as whether I came up with my own incantations, whether I can use magecraft other than strengthening, why I was trained, what I form mental images of most easily, and so on. And Tosaka's face darkens until she eventually stops saying anything. I don't know what I did to upset her, but having her make that face is close to mine is very uncomfortable. Tosaka, maybe this is a stupid question, but are you regretting teaming up with me because of how inexperienced I am?
後悔はしてるけど、未熟って言っても、あなたの場合は教え方が間違えられていたっていうか、よくもそんなやり方で今まで命があったっていうか。
Well, yeah, but you aren't just inexperienced. It's like your way of thinking is incorrect. I'm surprised you've managed to live this long, operating like that. After Tosaka, I don't follow. Why are you glaring at me like that?
いいわ。とにかく根本から直さないとダメみたいね。それとさっきの話だけど、エミヤくんの工房には投影したものがまだ残ってるって本当？
Fine. Looks like I need to fix you from a square one. Going back to what I asked for before, do you still have any projections in your atelier? Yeah, they stay as long as you don't break them, don't they? She asked me that earlier. I mentioned trying projection during breaks when strengthening wasn't going well. Osaka pressed me hard for details about that, and just once asked me to project something using the clay lamp. She asked me to make an earthenware pot. It went well until about halfway, when it failed.
とりあえずエミヤくんにはスイッチのオンオフを仕込んであげる。
Alright. I'm going to teach you how to flip your switch on and off.
実際に体内にスイッチを作った方が手っ取り早いから、今夜はうちに泊まっていきなさい。荒療治になるから一晩寝込むことになるし。
It's actually a lot faster to create the switch inside your body. So, I want you to sleep over tonight. You need to sleep after such a rough procedure. What about Sakura? You can't do that. She's in trouble. Wait, sleep over here?
何よその顔。安心なさい。別にメス入れるってわけじゃなくて、ちょっと薬を飲んでもらうだけだから。まあ、効果が強すぎるんで、しばらくは動けなくなるけどね。
Why are you looking at me like that? Don't worry, I won't cut you up open with a scalpel or whatever. I'm just going to have you swallow something. You won't be able to move for a while because of how strong it is. I wasn't worried about the procedure. I look at the clock. It's already past 5 o'clock. I didn't notice because of the cloudy weather, but it's already evening. Osaka is looking out for me as both an ally and a mage. It's a big help. Makes me happy. I'm still worried about Sakura back at home. I can't leave Sakura alone any longer. Stay a little longer, there's a caretaker at home. I think it's more important that we go to Sakura, right? Probably the other thing is a Tiger Dojo or something. Maybe. If we don't go to her. So I can't leave Sakura alone any longer. I'm more worried about Sakura. I need to make that clear to Tosaka, even if I feel guilty about it. Tosaka, can we do it at my place?
え？うちってエミヤくんの家？
Oh, you mean your house? Yeah, Sakura has a cold, so I need to look after her. If I'm going to be staying over here a few nights, then I can't rest easy unless I check on her beforehand.
そういえばそうだった。
Oh crap, you're right. She's fed up with me. Of course, she would be. If I came to her for help, and here I am saying I want to go home because it doesn't fit with my schedule.
バカ、もっと早く言ってくれたらここまで引き止めなかったのに。
You idiot! If you said that sooner, I wouldn't have kept you here so long. What? She jolts to her feet, storms over to coat rack and dons her coat.
行くわよ。うちでやることは済ませたし、あとはエミヤくんの家でもできるわ。さくらの看病が終わったら続きをするから、急いで戻りましょう。
Let's go. I've done what we came here to do. We can finish the rest at your house. We'll pick this up once you take care of Sakura, so hurry up and get home. Yeah, I appreciate that.
それと思い出すのも尺だから今のうちに教えといてあげる。
Also, I might forget to say this later, so I'll tell you this now.
あなたの本文は強化じゃなくて投影よ。
Your real speciality isn't strengthening, but projection.
どこでどう間違えて何をどう勘違いしているかは知らないけど、あなたは本来作る側に属する魔術師なんだから。
I don't know when or how you mix this up, but you're supposed to be a mage who creates things. Tosaka walks briskly down the hallway. I'm a little confused, but I follow her, and we depart the historic Tosaka mansion. Ooh, an interlude. Shinji's perspective? I think. Sakura's. She looks up at the clock on the wall, the ticking of a second hand ringing keenly in her ears. Time is past 4 p.m. School got out a long time ago, and it's well past the time he would have gotten home, even if he stopped for
どう
groceries.
したんだろう。先輩、遅いな。
Senpai's late. I wonder why. She whispers dreamily, leaning against the wall. Huh? She moves slowly, feeling dizzy thanks to her fever. She's slightly surprised by her own voice. Clock's ticking sounds so loud it grates on her ears, yet she can't hear her own voice very well. That simple noise alone keeps resonating in her earlobes. The steady tick-tock rhythm of a clock, and the bedum of a heart, training to pump blood. The two sounds get into her head, even if she covers her ears, mixing with dizziness or worse, making the dizziness worse.
おかしいな。風邪、本当に治ってるのに。
It's weird. I was sure I got over the cold. That's why she sent the caretaker home. The temperature was normal. She measured it, and she managed to make lunch on her own. In the afternoon, she felt like her usual self again, and she looked forward to seeing the real master of her house come home. It's hot, and yet her whole body feels hot. The heat isn't coming from herself, but someplace else. Something between her blood vessels and overlapping muscles. Gaps that shouldn't be there. Huh? Something other than herself penetrates deep inside, running like a car engine. Magic circuits or what? Fever is so hot, so endless, so unlike anything she's ever experienced before, and she can't help but visualize it as such. If you asked her whether it feels bizarre, whether it feels uncomfortable, she'd say yes to both. She isn't the only one who feels suffocated. The thing creeping between her blood vessels and nerves are having a hard time too. Oh, it's not the magic circuits things. Right. Use an example. They're like puppies trapped in a can full of ground meat, searching for an exit. They have a real cause of a fever. Puppies ringing in her body, desperately trying to fulfill their function. She finds them adorable somehow, and can't bring herself to hate them, the sensation.
時計の音、大きい。
The clock is so loud. She absently stares at the clock. It's now 4:30. Just a little longer. He's sure to be home in another 30 minutes. Before then, she needs to calm her body down and quiet the things running through her body.
大丈夫。こんなの何度もあったんだ。
It's okay. This has happened before. Yes, she's used to the symptoms. She's experienced them many times since childhood, and she's been taught how to relieve them. That's why she thinks she can calm this down. But the fever doesn't recede, and the things in her move even faster.
なんかおかしいです。先輩。
Oh, something's wrong. Senpai. Her body won't relax. Everything she's tried before doesn't work. What is she missing? What does she need? What changed? She desperately tries to figure it out, but the ticking is too distracting. She can't think straight.
この音。
But this noise. It's a bonnet field. Finally, she realizes that it isn't the clock, but an alarm emanated by the house itself.
なんだ、エミヤはいないのか。そりゃ都合がいい。
Well, Emiya isn't here. That's convenient. Someone familiar appears before her, tracking dirt into the house.
おいおい、どうしたさくら。エミヤがいないと思ったら、こんなところに一人で。こりゃじいさんの言ってた通り、ライダーを使いすぎた反動かな。
Hey now, what's wrong, Sakura? What are you going to do? What are you doing all alone without Emiya? This must be the drawback from you overusing Rider. So, apparently she is the master. That man enters the living room and walks up to the girl, slumped against the wall. She can't put any strength into her muscles. She never had the energy to move to begin with.
迎えに来たよ、さくら。おままごとの時間は終わりだ。
I'm here to pick you up, Sakura. No more playing house. He looks down on her with a plastic smile.
ほら行こうか。エミヤと肩をつけるんだ。お前もあいつの顔が見たいだろうからさ。特等席で見せてやろうと思ってさ。
Let's go. I'm going to settle the score with Emiya. Want to see them too, right? I give you a front row seat. The man grabs her arm and drags her to her feet.
嫌です。私。
No, I don't want to. She tries to free her arm, but she doesn't have the strength to even do that. The man drags her along, putting on a pleasant frown.
そう怒るなよ、さくら。妹は兄貴の言うことを素直に聞いておくもんだぞ。
Don't be upset, Sakura. You should listen to your big brother.
やだ。違う。約束が違う、兄さん。先輩にはもう手出ししないって言ったのに。
No, that's not what you've promised. You said you wouldn't hurt Senpai. She protests tearfully. It doesn't sway him. It seems he's set on playing the caring brother, half drawn in a thin smile. Sob spills out from her.
優しいだろう、僕は。じいさんから預かったものもあるけど、できればそんなものは使いたくないんだ。
Yeah, you know, Grandpa gave me something, but I'd rather not use it. The man pulls the girl outside by the arm.
安心しろって。これも男同士の付き合いってやつさ。約束は守るし、用さえ済めばここに戻っても構わない。ただちょっとさ、こんな状態の妹を放っておく悪いやつにはお灸を据えないと。ね。
Relax, we're just settling things, man to man. I keep my promise, and you can come back here once we're finished. It's just, I've gotta rake him over the coals a little bit for leaving my sister in such a sorry state. The man whispers in a delighted tone, close enough for his lip to touch the girl's ear. She closes her mouth. She knows better than anyone that her brother won't listen to anyone once he's made up his mind.
そうそう。さくらはいい子だな。それじゃあ一足先に行っていようか。ここで待つのも悪いし、どうせ遊ぶなら僕の作った陣地に招待しないと。ライダー、さくらを連れてくるんだ。
That's a good girl, Sakura. Let's get a step on ahead of him. It wouldn't be good to wait here. And if we are going to play, I need to invite him to our base I prepared. Ryder, bring Sakura. The man passes the girl to a servant and leaves the living room. The girl looks up. She sees a servant with flowing hair, long enough to touch the ground. That's Nashiro's perspective again, yeah. Seeing that Sakura is not there and Shinji calling him. I'm home. I announce myself as I enter the house. Suddenly, I'm overcome with a sense of discomfort.
Emiya-kun, 廊下。
Emiya, the hallway. It's clear what caught her attention. In the hallway are marks that look like footprints. Only Sakura's shoes are out front. I didn't see the caretaker's shoes, so they must have gone home. Sakura? I go to the guest bedroom. Nobody's inside. Discomfort turns to dread. I go back to the living room. Sakura isn't here either. Tracks in the hallway end in the living room. Someone with dirty feet did something here and then went outside.
エミヤ君、そこの床見て。
Emiya, look at the floor.
踏み込んだ跡がここまで。
Tracks end here. I know. Sakura was in here. Yes, I know. Sakura was here in the living room, waiting for me to come home. Now she's gone. There are unfamiliar footprints in the hallway. That's all I know. It's strange that I haven't deduced the situation. The answer should be clear once I take some time to think. Calmly. If I'm calm down and figure out what happened here. Why? I want my brain work at all.
ちょっとエミヤ君。
Hey, Emiya. I should have come home earlier. Should have taken this more seriously. Didn't I take Sakura in because I was afraid this would happen? Zoken said that Sakura had nothing to do with this. I believe him. As long as Sakura is one of the Matos, there's no way she isn't related. So why? Why did I accept an explanation that was convenient for me without questioning it at all? Telephone rings. Tosaka keeps quiet. I nod at her and pick up the receiver.
もしもし、やっと帰ってきたの、エミヤ。
Hello, you're finally home, Emiya. Shinji's the caller. There's no doubt about it, and I was expecting this anyway. What did you do to Sakura?
あ？どうしたって？迎えに行ったんだよ。あいつは僕の妹なんだから、いつまでも他人の家には置いておけないよ。
Huh? I came to pick her up? She's my sister, so I can't leave her at other guy's house. Shinji.
いいね。カッカ来てるじゃんか、エミヤ。さくらを連れ戻されて悔しいってわけだ。
Nice, you getting pissed? I bet you're frustrated that I took her back. Tosaka leans in close, as if she can hear what he is saying. I keep her at a distance with one hand and continue to call. Enough beating around the bush. Tell me what you want.
わかってるだろ？いい加減型をつけようぜ、エミヤ。お前だってこの間の一件で済んだなんて思ってないよな。
Huh? I bet you know. Let's settle things, Emiya. I bet you think we aren't finished yet after last time. Oh, we are. You ran away. There's nothing left to settle.
ついていない。あれはサーバントの差だ。お前の力じゃない。 さえ出てこなければ僕が負けるはずがない。
Still don't get it. There's only because of a difference in our servants. Not you. Never would have run if you didn't have Saber. I never would have loved the Saber hadn't shown up. The Saber hadn't shown up? See now. It sounds like Ryder hasn't told him that I have lost Saber. Yeah. That's why he came to take her back by force. In other words, his phone call is... Shinji, what are you going to do with her?
物騒なことを言うね。大事な妹にどうもしないさ。
Don't get all heavy on me, man. Don't do anything to my precious sister.
お前が一人で僕のところに迎えに来るならな。
Not if you come to see me alone. I hold off Tosaka. If she interrupts this conversation, it will definitely go off the rails. You're telling me to fight you without Saber?
いいね。肝心のところで物分かりがいいから助かるよ。
Nice, I'm glad you understand right away when it counts.
場所は学校だ。いいか。くれぐれも一人で来いよ。ここにはライダーが結界を張っているからね。セイバーを連れてくればすぐにわかる。
Come to the school. Make sure you're alone. Ryder's bonded field is on the school. If you bring Saber, I know right away.
もっとも、お前がサクラの前でそんな卑怯な真似をするとは思ってないけどね。
Of course. I bet you wouldn't do anything so cowardly in front of Sakura. He's snickering our receiver. I'll be right there. So wait. One more question. Are you a master? Are you Sakura's big brother?
そいつは何の冗談だい？僕はマスターだし、いつでも頼れるサクラの兄貴さ。お前こそどうなんだい、エミヤ。お前はマスターか？それともただの臆病者か？
What kind of joke is that? I'm a master and I'm a big brother. She can count on what she can count on. What about you, Emiya? Are you a master or a coward? Fine. I fight you as a master, Shinji.
ああ、戦いになればの話だけどね。
Yeah, but only if it comes to a fight. I hang up the phone. Without skipping a beat, I turn to my heel and head straight for the front door.
待ちなさい。
Wait.
本当に一人で行く気なのあんた。
Are you really going alone? That's the plan. We can talk later.
後にしろってそれはこっちのセリフよ。
That's my line.
シンジがさくらを連れて行ったのは目の前で自分の力を見せつけたいんでしょ。
Shinji took Sakura with him because he's got something to prove.
そのまま行けば殺されるわよ。今のシンジに自覚があるかはわからないけど、そんなの見せられたらさくらだってたまんないわ。ここは様子を見て作戦を立てるべきよ。
Get killed if you go charging in willy-nilly. I don't know if Shinji's aware of it, but if Sakura sees that happened to you, she'll lose it. Right now, we need to consider the situation and make a plan. I know that. I can't sit still. His laughing still rings in my ears. Oh, so he wants to kill me in front of Sakura?
それはわからないけど可能性は高いわね。エミヤ君大丈夫？あなた冷静そうに見えるけどもしかして逆上してる？
Can't say for sure, but it's likely. Hey, are you alright? You look calm, but are you actually about to fly off a handle? Fly off a handle? He's asking me if all I can think of is running to school and punching Shinji in the face? In that case, yeah, I'm about to lose it. I can't think of anything else. I'm pissed at myself for not saying a damn thing this entire time, just because we're siblings. Hey, he isn't Sakura's brother. And I let him take Sakura away. I'm going to take her back. Don't get involved, Tosaka. I go outside. Sky above is dark, and the sun is starting to set. It's definitely going to rain tonight. I need to bring Sakura back with me before then.
待ちなさいってば。あなた一人じゃ助けられるやつも助けられないから、私と手を組むって言ったんじゃないの？
Wait, didn't you want me to team up with you because you can save people yourself? Hey, stop. The words are like cool water on my boiling head. Sorry, but Sakura's still in danger. I know it's suicidal to go in by myself, but I don't have a choice.
でしょうね。シンジがさくらを連れている以上、私もおいそれと手は貸せない。
Yeah, Shinji's brought Sakura along. I can't help you on such a short notice.
けどエミヤくん、あなたが何とかしてシンジからさくらを取り返してくれたのなら、あとは私が何とかする。
But remember, if you can somehow get Sakura away from him, I'll take care of the rest. Take care of what? Shinji?
シンジじゃなくてライダーよ。サーバントの相手はサーバントがするものでしょ。
Ryder, not Shinji. You need a servant to fight another servant.
私はできるだけ近くで身を隠しているから、とにかくさくらを助けてあげて。そしたら、たとえ1秒後に殺されるって状況でも、絶対にあなたを助けるから。
I'll be hiding as close by as possible, so just focus on saving Sakura. You can do that, I swear. I come to rescue you. Even if you are one second away from death. Tosaka says it like she's trying to convince herself. No, this is going to be a heavy burden on her. I'm asking her to help me with that in mind. She's promised to honor our alliance. The reassurance warms my enraged heart. I can't count on Tosaka. In exchange, I need to get Sakura out of there unharmed. Alright. I'll let you back me up.
ええ。けどそれには、あなたがちゃんと無事で、きちんとさくらを守ってあげてるって条件付きよ。
Good. That's only the condition that you stay safe and protect Sakura.
いくらアーチャーでも、ライダーの相手をしながらさくらを守る。なんてできない。自分の身と引き換えにさくらを助けても、そんなの全然意味がないんだから。
No matter how well Archer handles Ryder, he can't protect Sakura at the same time. And if you give up on her, on your own life and save her, it's completely pointless. There's no sign of anyone on campus. School has been sending students home earlier ever since the mass coma spread. It's almost 6 p.m. There probably aren't even any teachers still on campus, let alone students. Do you know where Shinji is, Tosaka?
あいつの性格から言って校舎の中でしょ。高いところで、かつ馴染んだ場所に陣取ってるに決まってるわ。
Knowing him, he'll be in a building. I bet he's set up somewhere high up and familiar. Two great minds think alike. You thought that also. When he came to school. Only one place fits those conditions. Shinji's in a classroom on the 3rd floor. Going to go on ahead. Come after me once you can.
ええ。10分経ったら私も正門をくぐるわ。
Yeah, I sneak in through the front gate once time passes.
まだ話してなかったけど、ここには結界が張られている。気配を隠したところで見つかっちゃうから、そうならないようにライダーとシンジの注意を引きつけて。
I haven't told you yet, but there's a bonded field up around the school. They'll detect us even if we try to hide our presence. So I need you to distract Shinji and Ryder. And not once and start running. I felt iron enter my back. I've already activated my magic circuit. I tell my impatient self that my only weapon strengthening is for protecting Sakura, not defeating my enemy. Well, what a good big brother. That's a fucking asshole, yeah. Hey, stop. On the third floor, I find a dark-clothed servant and Shinji with Sakura next to him. He's holding a knife. Its tip pointed at Sakura. Damn you. I move on impulse. My legs start sprinting again. A dark servant rider blocks my path.
止まりなさい。それ以上前に出れば、彼女の無事は保証できない。
Stop. You cannot guarantee her safety if you come any closer. I force myself to halt. My mouth hurts. I'm grinding my teeth together so hard they are squeaking. Shinji.
よう、思った通り飛んできたなエミヤ。お前のことだからさ、ああ言えば本当に一人で来ると思ったよ。
Hey there, you came charging in just like I expected. Knowing you actually came here all alone. My mind goes white hot with rage, despite my attempts to suppress it. I feel so dizzy from anger I almost can't see Ryder right in front of me. What's going on? Why is he doing this? I'm the one who Shinji hates, right? He didn't need to go to such lengths to call me out here. Sakura is Shinji's sister. A big brother should protect his sister. Close family should help each other and smile together. So why is he doing this? How can a big brother do this to his little sister's feelings? And I couldn't do anything to help. You serious, Shinji?
当然だろ。本気だからここで待っていたんじゃないか。この後に及んで何寝ぼけてんだよ、お前。
Of course. That's why I'm here, waiting for you. You've fallen asleep on me now. Body leans forward. Won't feel at ease until I run in there right now and pull Sakura away from Shinji. But she's in her way. Ryder blocks my approach to Shinji, protecting him.
わからない人ですね。あなたは何をしに来たのです。
Fail to understand. What did you come here to do?
この場に訪れたということは、マスターの意に従うということ。戦う気があるのなら、一人で来るべきではなかったでしょう。
You've come, then you must obey my master. You should not have come alone if you have intended to fight. Ryder's completely right. I need to keep a cool head. Since I'm following Shinji's directions, I need to focus only on saving Sakura, not beating Shinji. I take a deep breath and relax. Holding Sakura close, Shinji enjoys my apparent dismay. Sakura hangs her head, looking up at me. I'm sure she isn't unconscious, right? She's standing on her own two legs. She's just looking down because she can't raise her head. Shinji, did you tell Sakura about the Holy Grail War? I glare at him without hiding my anger.
は？そうか。ああ、そういうことか。
Oh, so that's what you're worried about.
ああ、安心しろよエミヤ。お前が黙っているもんだからさ、ちゃんと1から10まで話してやったよ。僕たちがマスターで今まで殺し合いをしてきたってさ。
Relax, Emir. You didn't tell anything, so I explained everything, start to finish, about how your masters, who we are trying to kill each other, who are trying to kill each other.
隠しておきたかったのかい？バーカ！そんなのバレるに決まってるじゃんか。こいつさ、お前が何か隠してるって気づいてたらしいぜ。けど自分はただの後輩だから聞けなかった。だとさ。
Are you trying to keep it a secret? Of course it would come out, you idiot. She knew you were hiding things from her. But she didn't ask, out of respect for you. Sakura turns away, gritting her teeth so that she won't look up.
さあ、遠慮せずに聞けよ、さくら。 今のエミヤは隠し事なんてできないぜ。ほら、念願叶ったりだろうが。
Ask him, Sakura. Emiya can't hide anything from you now. Go on, ask anything you want. Sakura keeps her mouth shut, so she keeps staring at the floor because...
ん？何黙ってるんだよ、お前。
Hmm? Why aren't you saying anything?
いいから聞いてみろよ。エミヤがお前のことどう思ってるか、お前が薄汚い魔頭の女って知って嫌われたかどうか、ちゃんと自分の口で聞いてみたらどうだ？
Go ahead, ask him for yourself what he thinks of you. Whether he hates you as a filthy martyr woman. Shinji. She looks like she's apologizing to me. I can't take this anymore. Enough, I'm here. Like we promised. Now let Sakura go.
はあ？約束なんてしてないよ。したのは命令さ。
Huh? What promise? I ordered you to come here.
一人で来ればさくらには何もしないって、そう言っただけじゃないか。
All I said is that I wouldn't hurt her if you came alone.
そう睨むなよ、エミヤ。僕だって鬼じゃない。妹を取り返したいっていうお前の気持ちは嬉しいからね。お前が誠意を見せるなら僕も答えるよ。ことが終われば、さくらはこのまま連れて返してやってもいい。
Don't give me that look, Emiya. I'm not a monster. I'm happy that you came here enough to try and take my sister back. And I reward that loyalty. Once this is over, you can take Sakura home with you. Alright. Is that a promise?
ああ、お前が言う通りにするんなら、さくらは話す。
Yeah. If you do what I say, I'll let her go.
これは約束だ。必ず守る。
It's a deal. I'll honor it. Fine. So what are your demands? Do you want me to get on my knees?
そんなのいらないよ。男に頭を下げられて何が嬉しいって言うんだ。僕は戦うためにお前を呼び出したんだ。言っただろ？いい加減肩をつけようってさ。
No need to go that far. Having a guy on his knees in front of me isn't a turn on at all. I called you here to fight. I said we'd settle the score, remember? Ryder takes a step forward. She isn't exhibiting hostility or bloodlust. She merely advances on her master's orders.
けど、ただやり合うのもつまらないだろ？僕は魔術師じゃないから不公平だし。ただの喧嘩じゃ僕が勝つのは分かりきってるしさ。
But a regular fight would be boring, you know? It isn't fair because I'm not a mage. And we know you'd win in a fist fight.
だからここは公平を期して、そいつの相手をしてもらうことにしたんだ。
So, let's make this fair and have you fight her. You've gotta be kidding me. He wants me, a regular person, to go up against Ryder? He may as well ask me to kill myself.
何？命までは取らないさ。ライダーには手加減するように言ってある。
Hey, you won't die. At least I told Ryder to hold back.
ま、これからうろちょろされるのも目障りだから、2、3本は折らせてもらうけど。
It should be annoying to have you hanging around for, so I'll have her break a few bones. Ryder isn't armed with her daggers. Apparently, she really is holding back.
簡単だろ？ただバカみたいに殴られてればいいんだ。
Simple, right? Just let her beat you up.
ああ、けど簡単には倒れるなよ、エミヤ。僕が満足する前に気絶なんかしたら、さくらは僕が連れて帰ることになるからね。
Oh, but don't throw in the towel right away. If you pass out before I'm satisfied, I'm taking Sakura home with me. Ryder closes in. Just 3 seconds. I'll be within her reach. I'm not allowed to resist, but I can't go down easily either. You're contradicting yourself, Shinji. What do you want?
そんなの決まってるじゃないか。
Isn't it obvious?
僕はさ、単にお前をぶちのめしたいだけなんだよ。
I just want to kick the shit out of you. Ryder pounces. I raise my hands and brace for a beating. Instantly. A shocking impact pierces my right arm, threatening to tear off my shoulder. She targeted my arm, which was protecting my head. It's still attached, nothing dismembered yet. It's completely paralyzed, and I can't feel anything. Can't feel a thing. I force myself back to my sense. Unarmed. I don't have a chance in hell. I need to strengthen something to protect myself if I want to stay in one piece. The next attack will finish me if I can't at least turn my thin school uniform to an iron, or at least harm my defenseless body. My defenseless body. My left arm protecting my head dips. Sledgehammer-like strike smashes through my strengthened clothes and nearly breaks my limb. Damn it! In the space of a single breath, she disabled both of my arms. No, I can still move them. But I can't feel anything. With reactions this sluggish, I can't use my arms to protect myself from Ryder anymore. If she goes for my face next, I'll be an instant knockout. Ryder is merciless. She rains down fists on me, following Shinji's orders. The mechanical way she does it makes her seem like a machine spinning its arms. With arms that can't move properly, I do my best to guard my face. Ryder's fists were never something I could predict and block anyway. I just need to focus on protecting my head so that I don't get knocked out. What's Ryder thinking, I wonder? She doesn't go for the numerous gaps in my defense. All she does is keep pounding my arms and unprotected stomach. Agony is enough to make me faint, but it isn't the same force that renders my arms numb. It's weird. I saw how strong Ryder was at Ryudo Temple. She could have cut me in half if she wanted. Maybe she's just holding back like Shinji said. She might be avoiding my head to keep me from being knocked out early. But she still isn't like her. Still, this isn't like her. In fact, she's an order of magnitude weaker. The raw magical energy that servant gives off is enough to make my skin crawl. At Ryudo Temple, Ryder was a formidable servant. But Ryder attacking me now is the same Ryder who lost to Saber in the park. I don't know why that is. It is my chance to turn the table on Shinji. Stumble forward, like someone tired of beating on a sandbag. Ryder steps in and lays a heavy uppercut into my stomach. It's like a pile driver, following out my insides. That one really hurt. Not yet healed injuries from last night scream out in pain. Blow makes me vomit gastric juice, and I go weak at the knees.
どうした？それで終わりかいエミヤ。さくらの前なんだからしっかりしろよ。そんなんじゃ全然格好つかないじゃないか。
Not so soon, Emiya. You gotta man up in front of Sakura. You look like a total loser. I feel myself pitch forward. Ryder's backs off slightly and watches me collapse. But I grab Ryder's arm and force myself to keep standing.
いいぞエミヤ。ゴキブリ並みのしぶとさだ。
Nice, Emiya. You're as stubborn as a cockroach.
お前本当に面白いぜ。
You're freaking hilarious. Damn, that one really got me good. I'm dizzy and I didn't even get hit in the head.
ああ、 見せ物としちゃ三流だったな。このまま続けても同じことの繰り返しだ。そろそろ飽きてきたし、あとは豪快な KO シーンで締めくくろうか。
But that was a third-rate show. You're just going to keep showing me the same thing over and over. I'm getting bored, so let's wrap this up with a dramatic KO. Same thing? You've got to be kidding. Our positions are completely different now. Can't you even tell that our positions are reversed since I pulled myself up using Ryder's arm?
距離は5メートルほどです。我慢強いあなたの勝ちですね。
Distance is about 5 meters. Your endurance has won you this battle. I look up. What did Ryder just say to me?
休憩は終わりだ。第2ラウンドだぜ、エミヤ。
Break's over. Time for round 2, Emir. Ryder shakes off my hands. Servant in her black dress resumes her robotic assault. I'm driven backwards. Each of Ryder's strikes avoids any vital points that would end the fight. I'm numb all over. Internal bleedings from forms dark bruises where she hit me, and I can't even feel the pain anymore. It's because the pain lingering inside me is stronger than the external pain she's inflicting. Ryder's mercilessly destroying my body from within.
お覚悟を。
Prepare yourself. The servant utters emotionlessly and moves in. That's when I fully understand. This isn't what Shinji wants. She isn't avoiding aiming for my head. Or leaving me just barely mobile. Because Shinji orders her to.
いいぞ。もう手加減はなしだ。殺せライダー。
No need to hold back anymore. Kill him, Ryder. Shinji, stop! Ryder takes a step forward. Her long hair dances through the air. Then she hits me with a thrust to the chest unlike anything I've experienced so far. I can't breathe. My feet leave the ground. I nearly black out from the punch even though I saw it coming. Ryder sends me flying. As I sail through the air, I hear a muffled scream and a delighted guffaw. Sakura's voice is much closer now. Fall. On another day, I would have be dead as soon as I hit the floor. She wouldn't even need the impact of a fall to kill me. It's an attack that sent a whole human being flying. I'd expected to punch a gaping hole through my chest on impact. But I'm still alive. She went out of her way to time the punch so perfectly, anyone could have jumped back at the same time. The attack wasn't meant to kill me. Ultimately, it was Ryder, not Shinji, who decided to avoid hitting me in the face to keep attacking me in a way that allowed me to keep moving. Here goes. I'm at a perfect distance. Just before I hit the ground, I twist my body in mid-air and grab the knife blade in front of me with my left hand. My left palm wraps around the blade. It's already numb, so its sensation of metal cutting flesh doesn't bother me. What? Bring my right arm around in a wild swing. Paying no heed to my left hand, being sliced open. I slug Shinji squarely in the face with my clenched right fist. Throw the knife aside. Trying not to look at my wound, I run to Sakura's side. Sakura. Sakura is sitting on the ground, lifelessly, not looking up. She's avoiding talking to me. I don't know if that's because of Shinji or it's because I've been hiding things from her. All I know is that Sakura has had a fever since this morning. It's okay. We talk later. First we go home and then...
そこまでよ。勝負あったわね、シンジ。
That's enough. We win, Shinji. The voice interrupts me. I heard Tosaka from behind. She must have arrived at some point. Ryder is crouched on the floor, wounded by Archer. The clothes are soaked in blood. Doesn't look immediately fatal, but she probably can't fight anymore.
どうさか卑怯者。約束を破りやがったな、エミヤ。一人で来いって言ったのに。
Tosaka? Emiya! Rocker, promise, you coward! I told you to come alone!
そうね。けど、あれは約束じゃなくて命令だったんでしょ？なら、エミヤ君を卑怯者呼ばわりするのは筋違いだわ。
You did. But that was an order, not a promise, remember? He isn't a coward for defying you.
そんなのは詭弁だ。エミヤは一人で来るって言ったんだ。なら一人で来るのは当然じゃないか。
That's not an excuse. He said he'd come alone, so I expected him to be alone.
いいけどね。
Sure, whatever.
確かに私とエミヤ君は一緒だったけど、何もエミヤ君が助けを求めたわけじゃないわ。ここに来たのはあくまで私が来たかったからよ。
He and I may be here at the same time, but he never asked me for help. I'm here because I wanted to.
嘘つけ。呼びもしないお前がどうしてくる。
Aya, why would you come if you didn't ask?
エミヤのやつ、バカ正直なふりして僕を騙したんだろうが。
He just acted all stupidly honest to trick me.
ああ、それ？そんなの単純よ。あの電話の時ね、隣に私もいたの。マトウ君声大きいんだもの。エミヤ君が隠してても聞こえちゃった。
Oh, there's an easy explanation for that. When you were on the phone, I was just right next to him. You talk really loud, Mato. I could hear you even though he tried to cover the speaker.
満足いった？さくらが連れて行かれた以上、私がおとなしくしているわけないでしょ。あんたはエミヤ君をおびき寄せる代わりに、完全に私を敵に回したってことよ。
That good enough for you? Wasn't just going to sit here still after you took Sakura. In exchange for luring Emiya out, you've completely made me your enemy.
なんだよ。お前もさくらかよ。
You keep talking about Sakura too.
さくら。さくら、さくら、さくら、さくら、さくら、さくら、さくら、さくら。信じられない。お前もエミヤと同類かよ。よく見ろ。僕はマスターになったんだ。
Believe you're just like him. Look at me. I'm a master now.
お前もマスターなら気にかけるのはさくらじゃなく僕だけだって決まってるんだよ。
You're a master too. So you should pay attention to me, not Sakura.
そう。じゃあ自慢のサーバントに戦わせたら？
Oh, really? Why don't you make your prize servant fight?
アーチャーは腹を裂いただけよ。具現化の確たる心臓と首は壊していない。あなたが一人前のマスターなら、今すぐにでもライダーを直してあげなさい。
All Archer did was eviscerate her. The material core, her heart, and her head aren't destroyed. If you're a competent master, go ahead and heal your servant.
この言わせておけば。
Fine, just watch. Shinji backs away from us and holds out a book. That's Shinji's command spell, the book that burned to ashes in the park. He still had another one?
立てライダー。マスターの命令だ。 ってアーチャーを倒せ。
Stand up, Ryder! I'm ordering you as a master to stand up and defeat Archer! Doesn't answer. Ryder stays where she is, unmoving. A crimson pool of blood grows at her feet. Right now, it's Ryder, not Shinji, who needs help. Ordering her to fight would only hasten her demise.
このお前は僕のサーバントだろう。なら死ぬまで戦えよ、間抜け。
Damn it, you're my servant, so fight to the death, you moron! Shinji clenches the book tightly, as if it's how he uses his command spells. Ryder's body starts convulsing, trying to stand up. Stop it, that's enough, Shinji, just give up! Ryder won't last if you keep pushing her.
こいつらが簡単にくたばる弾か。さあ、さくらを返してもらうぞ。
These scum all die so easily. Now, I'm taking back Sakura. Shinji doesn't recede his order. I let go of Sakura's hand and start to run at Shinji again. But when I do...
それ以上は
No, no more! Sakura? I stop and turn to face her. Sakura cries out in anguish. What? And Shinji's books burst into flame, just like it did that night. What? Gusts of wind howl through the corridor. They come from Ryder. Should have been brought on the ground, and Sakura.
嘘これがライダー
No way, this is Ryder? On edge, Tosaka and Archer watch their newly arisen foe. Ryder is completely healed. Pressure emanating from her is exactly the same as that when I witnessed her at Ryodo Temple. Didn't they make an illustration for that? They did for Saber. When she got it in Unlimited Blade Works. Suddenly, she vanishes into the thin air. Ryder instantly vanishes from the field of view.
ヘミヤ君伏せて
Emiya, get down! I duck in response to the warning and see long hair streak overhead. Sakura! In an instant, Ryder leaps away with Sakura in her arms. She lands opposite of me and Tosaka, slightly forward of where Shinji is standing.
なんだよ、お前。僕の命令は戦えって。
What are you doing? I ordered you to fight.
いいえ、そのような命令はありません。私はサーバントとして主の身を守っただけです。
I'm under no such orders. As a servant, I'm only protecting my master. Ryder lets Sakura down and glances at Shinji. Despite the leather blindfold covering her eyes, her gaze is ice cold.
バカ言うな。お前の主は僕だ。僕を守らないで何を勝手に。
Don't be stupid! I'm your master! You're supposed to protect me!
シンジ、コマンドスペルはマスターの体に現れるもの。私はその身に成功を持たないものをマスターと認めたことは一度もありません。
Shinji, command spells appear on a master's body. Never once recognized someone not bearing the stigmata as my master.
だとお前。
What did you say?
あなたは偽物です。疑心の書が失われた以上、あなたには付き合えない。
You're fake. I can no longer accompany you now that you have lost the false attendance writings. Then Ryder turns her back on Shinji. The gesture declares that she will never look at him again.
そういうことだったのねライダー
Oh, so that's how it was, Ryder.
推測通りです。アーチャーのマスター。
You surmised correctly, Master of Archer.
ですがあなたならとうに気づいていたのではないですか。
In fact, you probably deduced it long ago.
ええ、おかしいとは思ってたわ。
Yeah, I thought it was strange.
マトウの人間からマスターが出るはずはない。マトウの血はもう廃れてしまって、魔術を扱える人間は排出されないから。
The Mato family shouldn't be able to produce a master. The bloodline has fallen into ruin, failing to produce anyone capable of handling magecraft.
だからマトウの人間であるシンジは絶対にマスターにはなれないはずだった。なのにライダーは召喚され、マトウの人間がマスターに選ばれた。
And there's no way Shinji Mato could ever be a master. Yet, somehow, a Mato master was chosen and summoned as servant.
そうね。私はマトウ造剣があなたを召喚してシンジに預けているのかと思ってた。
I thought that Zoken summoned you and gave you to Shinji.
けど話はもっと簡単なのよ。造剣は手を下すまでもない。だって今のマトウ家において最もマスターにふさわしい人間は。
But it was even simpler than that. Zoken didn't even need to lift a finger. After all, the person most suited to being a master is in the Mato household right now is... Tosaka isn't looking at Ryder. Eyes are directed at
マトウの正当な後継者。
the legitimate Mato heir,
今代の魔術師であるあなただものね。
Sakura, the mage of the current generation. No other than Sakura. I can't form any coherent words. Tosaka and Sakura. I look back and forth between them, both unable to process anything more than what I just heard. My left hand hurts. Finally, my mind slows down enough to realize that I'm holding a knife in my left hand. I have a blade. Oh. I really am slow. Even after hearing Tosaka's words and seeing the command spells on Sakura's right hand, I don't even feel surprised. All I can think is, why? Why is this happening? Sakura seems to shrink away, still not raising her face. Her body language seems to apologize to me for not telling me sooner. Transferring command spells in order to obey Shinji Mato. That's how Ryder became Shinji's servant, while Sakura temporarily gave up her authority as a master and went back to being a mere mage. When Tosaka looked at Sakura's hand, she had already transferred her command spells to Shinji. Sakura bites her lip in response.
くそ、もう一度ださくら。もう一度僕に支配権を譲るんだ。
Shit, do it again, Sakura. Give me control one more time. Shinji runs to her, begging.
おい、何黙ってんだよ。お前は戦う気はないんだろ。マスターになるのは嫌だって散々言ったから、僕が代わりに引き受けてやったんじゃないか。
Hey, why aren't you saying anything? You don't want to fight, right? You let me be a master because you didn't want to.
それを今さら何言いこぶってんだよお前は。
So why are you acting like a good girl all of a sudden? It's like he's tearing off her mask of being her brother. He's tearing off the mask of being her brother. His fury pours out like through a broken dam. There's no need to stop it anymore.
ライダー、お前僕に逆らうのか。
Ryder, are you disobeying me?
あなたは私のマスターではありません。シンジ。たとえ兄でも、さくらに手を挙げようとするのなら、排除されるだけの存在です。
You're not my master, Shinji. Even if you are Sakura's brother, if you raise your hand to her, I will simply eliminate you. Why not let's go of Shinji, who has been clinging to her arm. He staggers backwards.
そうかよ。後悔するぞライダー。お前が何と言おうと、さくらが本を作れば元通りだ。
Yeah, you regret that, no matter what you say. Sakura can just make me a new book.
お前が僕のサーバントに戻った時、どうなるか分かって。
You know what will happen once you're my servant again.
無駄よシンジ。他人に、しかも魔術師でもない人間にサーバントを預けることは不可能に近いわ。それを可能にしていたのがコマンドスペルによる譲渡だった。
Forget it, Shinji. It's nearly impossible for a human who isn't a mage to handle a servant. It only happened because she transferred her command spell.
分かってるじゃないか。レイジはあと一つあるんだ。
Sure, you get it. She has one more, though.
さくらは僕の言うことなら聞く。それで。
Sakura will do what I say and then...
だからもう終わりなのよ。さくらの刻印はあと一つしかない。それを使ってしまったら、ライダーを止める手段がなくなってしまう。
I said it's over. Sakura has one seal left. If she uses it up, she won't be able to control Ryder anymore.
そうなったライダーは自由よ。レイジで作った偽物の命令権なんかじゃサーバントは縛れない。ライダーに命令したところで、さっきみたいに本が燃えておしまいよ。
And Ryder will be free. A fake spell of authority created from a command spell can't restrain a servant. As soon as you give her an order, the book will burn just like before, and you're done.
それじゃあ僕は
What? Then I...
ええ。あなたがマスターになるチャンスはなくなったわ。
Yeah, you've lost your chance to be a master.
いえ、借り物のレイジでライダーを操っていたあなたは、初めからマスターなんかじゃなかったのよ。
No, you never were one to begin with, since you were controlling her using borrowed command spells. The crack spread throughout. Her virtual palpable crack, Shinji Mato's very existence crumbles to dust.
そうか。初めから無理だったのか。そうだよな。僕には魔術の才能はない。ジジイからは失敗作扱いされて妹には同情される始末だった。
So it was impossible all along. That's right, I never had any talent for magecraft. Grams treated me like a failure, and my sister felt sorry for me.
そうだよ。当然だ。分かってた。分かってた。分かってた。分かってた。分かってた。こんなの初めから務まりっこないって分かってたさ。
Of course, I knew it, 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 I knew it all along, but I wasn't up for it.
兄さん。
いいさ。気にするなよ、さくら。こんなのは遊びだ。僕に才能がないってことは分かってた。マトウの後継ぎはお前だもんな。僕がシャシャリ出ることはなかったんだ。
It's fine, don't worry, Sakura. This was just for fun, I know. I don't have any talent. You're a Mato successor. I can't even crash a party.
兄さん。
Shinji, you...
ああ、分かってる。分かってるさ。
Yeah, I know. I get it.
だからさくら、この続きはお前がやるんだ。
So, Sakura, you do the rest. Does Sakura have an earring? Huh?
僕の代わりにこいつらと戦えってことさ。いいかさくら。エミヤも遠坂も敵だ。お前がマトウの後継者なら今何をするべきか分かっているだろう。
I said you should fight them. For me, listen. Emi and Tosaka are both our enemies. If you were Mato Air, you know what to do.
シンジ、あんたここまで言ってもわからないの？
Shinji, you still don't get it?
さくらは戦わないし、あんたにもう目はない。ライダーがいない以上、私たちもあんたには手を出さない。あとはおとなしく聖杯戦争が終わるまで隠れてなさい。
Sakura isn't going to fight, and she doesn't care about you. We're not going to bother with you now that you have lost Ryder, too. Just hide yourself and behave until the Holy Grail War is over.
お前には聞いてない。さあさくら、言うことを聞いてくれよ。可愛い僕の妹だろ。
Nobody asked you. Come on, Sakura. You're my cute little sister. You do what I say, right? She doesn't answer. Sakura clutches one arm to herself and turns away from Shinji.
もうやめましょう、兄さん。
I don't want to. Let's stop this, Shinji. Firmly rejects him.
さくら、お前今なんて言った？
Sakura, what did you just say?
嫌です。兄さんは約束を破りました。先輩は殺さないって言ったのに、その約束を破ったんです。
I don't want to. You broke your promise. You said you wouldn't kill Senpai. But then you tried to.
だから、もう
It's enough. Sakura doesn't look at him. Shinji stares blank at her, then laughs. In that second, I feel an awful chill.
なら、お前の好きなようにしてやるよ。
Well then, as you wish. There's a sound of glass breaking near Sakura. Sakura collapses. She drops to the ground, the strength gone from her legs.
じゃあな、さくら。恨むなら僕じゃなく、ジジイを恨んでくれ。何？どうせいつかはそうなるんなら、今楽になった方が幸せかもよ。
Hi, Sakura. If you have to blame someone, blame Grams. This was always going to happen anyway, so you might actually be better off if you let go now. Shinji runs off. She clutches her hand to her chest painfully. The earring she was wearing broke, and some liquid drug splashed onto her. Sakura trembles on her knees. She shudders violently like a building being shaken by an earthquake, looking like she might fall apart any second. Sakura, I don't know what's happening. I just try to run to her side.
この状況がわからんのか貴様。
You fool, don't you know what's happening? I stop. At some point, Archer got behind me. He grasped my shoulder.
ここから離れろ。下手に糧を与えては戻せなくなる。
Get out of here. If you carelessly feed it, there's no going back. He pushes me back and says something odd. Feed it? What the hell are you talking? My question is answered before I can finish it. The hallway is dyed red. The haze hanging over us becomes a mist that wets my skin, covering the walls in what it looks like honey-like sweat. My skin burns. This air, this red world is a realm made of magecraft. Without a doubt, it's some unknown bounded field that will melt everyone in it. Tosaka this. Can't breathe. However, when I try, the mist enters my throat and burns me from the inside.
シンジが学校に仕掛けてた結界ね。
It's a bounded field Shinji set up around campus.
もっとも、シンジからサクラにマスターが変わって威力が段違いになってるけど。
But now it's on a different level. Now that Sakura's the master. I look back. At the end of a dark red passage is Sakura on the ground, looking like she's trying to pry something from her chest. And Ryder facing us as if to protect Sakura.
そこをどけライダー。お前の主は暴走している。他人の味を知る前に止めねば癖になるぞ。
Step aside, Ryder. Your master is about to is out of control. We have to stop her before she develops a taste for anyone else's magical energy.
お断りします。私の役目はマスターの守護です。あなたがさくらを殺そうとする以上、ここを通すわけにはいかない。
I refuse. My duty is to guard my master. If you're going to kill Sakura, then I cannot let you pass.
ほう。みすみす主を死なせるのか。お前のマスターは著しく魔力を消費していっている。放っておけば確実に死ぬと分かっているのか。
Oh, so you'll watch her die instead? Your master is consuming a remarkable amount of energy. Don't you understand that she's sure to die at this rate?
いいえ。失う魔力より多くの魔力を摂取すれば、自滅は避けられる。
No, she can avoid that fate. If she acquires more energy than she loses.
幸いここには魔術師が2人いる。シンジは逃がしましたが、彼らはもう逃げられない。さくらが虫に食われる前に、あなたのマスターを私がもらい受けましょう。
Fortunately, there are two mages here. Shinji may have fled, but those two cannot escape. I will take your master before the insects can devour Sakura.
主が変わったところで少年は変わらんか。
So your nature hasn't changed, even if your master has.
他人の命より自分が可愛いと見える。
You dote on yourself more than the lives of others.
それはあなたもでしょう。私のマスターより自身のマスターを守ろうとしている。
It goes for you as well. You protect your master before mine.
なるほど。ではお互い気兼ねをする必要はないわけだ。
I see. And there's no need for either of us to hold back. Archer charges. Not heeding the stomach like bounded field, the Red Knight runs at Sakura. It clashes with Ryder. Wait, Tosaka, are you sure about this? He's fighting Ryder now.
そりゃ戦うしかないでしょう。このままだと私もあなたも持たないもの。それに同じ魔術師としてさくらが下道に落ちるのは何としても止めないと。
We don't have a choice. You and I won't hold out for much longer. And as a fellow mage, I can't let Sakura fall down this path. Huh? Fall down? What path? Is she talking about the association's law against abusing magecraft? Or Sakura dying because her magic circuits are out of control? Wait, what do you mean? Why is Sakura...
だから暴走してるのよあの子。この結界はライダーが作ったものだけど動かしてるのはさくらってこと。シンジが何をしたかは知らないけど今のさくらは見境なしよ。
She's on a rampage. Ryder made this bounded field, but Sakura's the one activating it. I don't know what Shinji did to her, but she's lashing out indiscriminately.
きっとさくらも私たちと一緒なんでしょうね。ただ苦しいから酸素が欲しくて他人の酸素を吸いたがってる。そんなの冬木の管理者として放っておけない。
I'm sure Sakura feels the way we do, but she's sucking magical energy away. A suffocating person craves oxygen. What I'm saying is, I can't let this happen as Fuyuki's administrator. What? Can't let what happen? What are you going to do to her?
それはアーチャーに聞いて。私にはああなった魔術師を止める方法は一つしかない。けどアーチャーなら何か他の方法があるのかもしれない。
Ask Archer. I only know one way to stop a mage who has become like that. But Archer might know other methods.
まあどちらにせよその前にライダーを何とかしないとね。見たところアーチャーの方が強いんだけどアーチャーのやつなんか出力が落ちてるみたい。
Either way, we still have to do something about Ryder. From what I've seen, Archer is stronger than her, but his output is dropping somehow. His output is dropping? I return my attention to the duel. Even her can't tell that Archer is overwhelming her. Archer was always a stronger servant, so I'd never expect Ryder to put pressure on him. And yet, that impression lasts only for a second. Ryder's weapons is her agility, so a defensive battle like the one she's fighting now shouldn't be a forte. Ryder's greatest strength is her blinding fast assaults, so she isn't suited to the defense. It's odd that Archer hasn't already beaten her and reached Sakura. The fact that this happened yet mean that Archer is on the defensive? Archer's sword slices empty air, but his hair whips and fro. She awaits his swords, simultaneously stepping in to cut Archer. But she isn't the only one who's mastered simultaneous evasion and offense. Archer's right hand sword parries her dagger, pushing Ryder back. One step gained, one step lost. Their offense and defense are roughly even. The clash of blades continues to echo through the building, with neither fighter be able to gain an advantage. Archer is one getting desperate though. His energy is steadily getting drained by the bonded field, where he fails to defeat a weaker opponent. On top of that, Torsak and I are at our breaking point. Breathing is hard enough, and I feel my consciousness slipping away the longer I stay in this hallway. At this rate, we are going to collapse before Archer can beat Ryder. Archer clicks his tongue scornfully. Then Ryder stops. I've gauged your strength. Gauged. Unfortunately, you cannot defeat me as you are now. Ryder declares almost regretfully. What?
あなたでは勝てないと言ったのです。あなたは宝具を使わない。あなたのマスターが使用を禁じているのか、あなた自身が桜を気遣っているのかは知りません。
I'm saying you cannot win. You cannot use your noble phantasm. I don't know if it's because your master has forbidden it, or if you are holding back because of concern for Sakura's safety.
ただ、使わない以上はここで終わりです。あなたは私には勝てないでしょう。
However, that spells your defeat. You cannot win against me. Ryder stops her feet. Here, her only weapon, and faces Archer. She looks so defenseless, like Archer could finish this match with a single slash.
お前の主を気遣ったつもりはない。単に使う必要がないだけだ。
I'm not going out of my way for your master. I just don't need to use it.
お前とて宝具は使えまい。先ほどまで麻藤真司がマスターだったお前では、宝具を使うだけの魔力が溜まっていないからな。
You cannot use your noble phantasm either. You haven't accumulated enough magic energy to power it, given that Shinji Mato was your master until a moment ago.
そうですね。シンジという主では私に魔力を与えられなかった。そのため現在私の宝具は使えません。
That's true. Shinji did not supply me with any magical energy, so I can't use my noble phantasm right now.
そういうことだ。使わぬ相手に対して魔力を消費することもない。次でお前を切り伏せ、あの娘を切り伏せれば、それで終わる。
That's right. And I won't use bother wasting my energy on an opponent who can't use theirs. I simply need to cut both you and the girl down.
ええ。ではそういうことにしておきましょう。アーチャー。
Yes, go ahead and think that, Archer.
私としてもその方が気兼ねなく手を下せる。
It will also allow me to dispose of you without too much trouble. Ryder's tone is serene throughout the exchange. What is she planning? She faces Archer without even taking up a stance with her dagger. Ryder! No! I notice a slight movement behind her.
さくら、あなたはそこで耐えていてください。後のことはすべて私が解決します。
Sakura, please hold out a while longer. I will take care of everything.
やめて、もうやめて、ライダー。私こんなことがしたくてあなたを呼んだんじゃない。
Stop it. That's enough, Ryder. I didn't summon you to do this.
その命令は聞けません。私は何よりあなたの命を優先する。
I cannot comply with that order. Your life takes priority above all else. Ryder raises her arm. She's 4 meters from Archer. Maintaining that distance, the servant raises her hand to her face.
それに
Besides,
これはあなたが望んだことでしょう。さくら、
this is what you wanted, Sakura. She undowns her black restraint. Suddenly, everything freezes. Ryder's eyes were inhuman. Even among the rare mystic eyes were orbits of the highest order. Ashen eyes. Eyeballs are so different they could have been mistaken for crystals. Lightless corneans. Rectangular pupils connecting to the outside world. Iris freezes, not allowing her eyes to close. Hundreds of millions of retinal cells conveying optical information are made of ether, the sixth imaginary factor. It's a work of art crafted by the gods. Faction, or an inborn trait marked by the divine ire. Ryder's grey eyes are an incomparable aberration, and yet terribly beautiful. Archer stiffens. Is it because he faced her eyes head on? At that short distance, he tries to close his eyes, but his eyelids have already hardened, and he can't move his arms to cover his face. He could try to advance and kill Ryder, but his legs have already petrified up to his thighs.
嘘、石化の魔眼。
Wait, Mystic's eyes of petrification? Nosaka almost screams in shock. She's next to me and I don't know what face she's making. My own eyes are drawn in by Ryder's Mystic's eyes and I can't look away. My blood congelates. My bodily fluids solidify and I lose sensation. Mystic eyes, they are a single action magecraft possessed by some mages. Eyes, organs that normally function as receptors of information from the outside world, are transformed to enact an effect from oneself to the outside world. In short, they are items that forcefully cast magecraft on whatever is in their field of vision. And the effects are amplified if the target makes eye contact with the mystic's eyes. The peculiarity makes them feared as things one must never look directly at, since their very act will trap oneself in the user's magecraft. Because of their concealability and power, Mystic's eyes are viewed among mages as proof of a first-rate practitioner. The technique needs to remake one's eyes into mystic circuits, a worry of a magic crest. Needed. Of course, artificial Mystic's eyes are limited to charm and whisper effects. Powerful Mystic's eyes bearers are limited to those born with their eyes. Binding, compulsion, contract, burning, illusion, misfortune. Mystic's eyes with such power to infer with others' destinies at termed noble colors, and petrification is one of the highest orders among them. There are no modern mages who possess such eyes. Few mages can even perform petrification with magecraft. Imagine how monumental it is when to be able to petrify things by simply seeing them. Breaker Gorgon, Salesfield Dark Temple. It takes godly power to seal a divine curse. These are demonic eyes, possessed only by demonic beasts and holy spirits from the Age of Gods. A magecraft-based noble phantasm that is the one and only signature of the heroic spirit, Medusa, who could turn anyone she saw to stone. Get back, Drin! The worst yet is to come! Petrified up to his hips, Archer shouts a warning. Across from him, behind Ryder with her unleashed mystic's eyes, some dark red wave begins to spread. You save it, but... Tosaka moves sluggishly. Something bad flows down the hallway towards us. The wave narrows like a spear and makes a beeline for Tosaka. She's going to die. Tosaka can't take a single step. Maybe she's been enchanted by the mystic's eyes even worse than I am. That spear is going to pierce her through the chest, and she can't do a thing about it. Her fate is a few seconds from now flashes before my eyes, so... Choice. Pull Tosaka back, I close my eyes and attack Ryder. There's nothing I can do. This one is probably we die. This is maybe also we die. Pulling Tosaka back sounds smart. There's no time to think. My legs move and my arm still works. I need to move and pull Tosaka back. Tosaka! Tosaka doesn't even twitch when I grab her arm. She's heavier when she looks. Damn, you're heavy. Can't budge her even with 2 hands. So all I can do. Come on, just get back. Shoulder and tackle her out of her way. I hear dull impact. You, what the hell are you doing? So, I can't hear Tosaka's voice. My body is hot. My vision gets all soft and twisty, like I've caught a serious fever. I think I hear a familiar voice far away, losing my grip on reality. In my white, hazy mind, the blood coming from my left arm mixes like paint on the canvas. With her hand clenched at her chest, Sakura stares in shock at me on the ground. I see her fall like a puppet with its strings cut. So, considering it's 3 hours on the recording, I'm going to stop here and end the episode, and we'll continue in the next one. So, this episode, much like the last episode, was very heavy on information and reveals and, well, interesting stuff. So, I'm gonna leave you with that and leave you craving for the next episode so you can watch that. So, without any further ado, it's been me, Shokimo, and I'm going to say goodbye until the next time. See ya!